tell me when you're ready and we'll start talking, I guess.
I'm basically ready. I already have my stream going. I'm on the window open for the Ancient Origins card set.
Right. Shat, by the way, how do they sound? Are they loud enough, or do I need to turn them up?
What's the balance? I don't know.
It's kind of hard to say.
Everything sounds fine to me, but I don't even hear myself, so...
Alright,
Alright.
cool. We're gonna do a little set review, or we'll talk through, I guess. Here on
So first,
stream,
we are observing Oddish.
Oddish, since that is the most important part of the set.
No, I'm just kidding.
Is Oddish here? The Oddish guy?
I mean, Oddish guy?
It's like
Oddish guy
guy's
should
name?
be
Yeah,
here.
Oddish guy. Is Oddish guy here?
No, he's not.
Yeah, they
He's
sound
here.
good.
I don't think so, anyway.
Where is Oddish guy when we're doing this? Come on.
Apparently you sounds good, so just let me get proper in my share here so I don't have to disturb with that sound when... okay. Okay. Well, let me know when you guys are ready.
The hype build is real, though.
Building
is.
up the
We're
hype.
talking about building hype, and that's actually happening. That's a true thing.
There's an actual hype going on right now.
Yeah.
And I have to wait for tomorrow to actually enjoy that hype. Well, I'm gonna play tonight, I guess. But...
Like, Oddish's attack is called Trip Over, and I'm trying to figure out what that means.
It just trips over and it... Like,
It-
lightly
no, what-
grazes.
Can't you see? He's standing on his toes and he's like, I'm
Right,
gonna
just-
fall on you. And it's
Yeah, and when it falls,
Does-
obviously, the
No, but I
grass
have a question,
leaves
like,
on its head just swipe
Does
on you.
Oddish
That's it.
trip over you?
Well, I mean, he's
Essentially,
like
does Oddish
he's
trip
like
over
the
you?
size of your foot, right? So I guess
Right.
he'd
No,
fall on
that's
your
a-
feet.
Do you trip over Oddish, and that's how it does the 20 damage? Like, you trip, and he's like, haha, I gotcha.
Yeah, I guess.
That was fun.
All right, so yeah, let me know when you're ready, and we'll just scroll through this. I think we're done with Oddish, right?
I think we said about as much as we can say about Oddish.
Oddish is basically done.
Yeah. We're done with Oddish.
Anyway,
We're not really gonna do all the cards in the set.
I
though.
mean, we're just gonna look
that
at
was
them,
just-
say, "Oh, this is a card," and then we're just gonna scroll past it, basically.
Oddish is a card
Blossom, though.
because we need to evolve
I, re-
it.
Right.
I really wish Blossom was a lot better than it is. It's a
I'd like to
stage
talk
2,
about-
like, come on.
But we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about Valplin first, right? If we're
I
gonna
guess
talk
so.
about them in order.
We're actually
Uh,
gonna talk about Guild Wars because
Guild
there's
Wars.
an ad next to it. No, just kidding.
There's a head next to it. But yeah, let's just skip the gloom. It has drool,
It's
and
got
it's
my-
drooling, and
Yeah.
it has weakness. And Valplume.
So Wildplume's the thing. It has 130 HP, which avoids, like, Mega Manectrix attacks and stuff. And other Sceptile, which
And,
is
yeah.
something.
And the normal Manectric, it doesn't actually.
Yeah.
Well, it does,
probably
yeah,
doesn't
with
have a
one,
jewel on it. I guess
but,
maybe
I
you
mean-
want Floatstone on it when that comes back or whatever.
Yeah, Floatstone is apparently going to be reprinted in the
yeah,
set
in the
after
next set. But that's
this one.
completely irrelevant.
But that's 3 months, right? So that's not even.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
no
ways
ad
off.
block for me. I'm a good guy.
Oh, you're like Valplume? Nope, skip. So you're not even going to try Valplume?
Wait, what? We're not gonna talk about Valplume? No,
Yeah, we're
talk
gonna
about
talk
Valplume.
about Valplume.
We're
But
gonna
are you
talk
gonna play Slowbro?
Valplume
Slowbro,
is
are you
like
gonna
the
play it?
star of the set, even though everyone's going to hate it. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that for sure.
How good is it
I'm
gonna
less
be
hyped
though?
on it than I was before.
I mean, it is item lock. That's all it is.
Mhm.
It's item lock for everyone in play, of
Yeah,
course.
I mean it's the most balanced lock because you lock yourself
Yeah,
as well.
yes, it is definitely the
In-
most
in that
balanced
way.
lock in the game.
That and the Pokemon it's on is actually pretty meh,
True.
given that it's
Yeah, so it is a stage
between
2, of
being a
course.
stage 2, having
course.
only 130 HP, and having a pretty not going to do a whole ton attack. Then I mean,
hmm
so
yeah, Valplume is
I would say
the
it's
epitome
significantly
of
balanced.
unfun, though.
I mean, the moment you attack with Valplume, you're probably losing that game anyway. Right? I guess unless they're locked completely and they have nothing.
I mean, Valplume clocks Toad for 140.
That's true. That's true. But Toad is not gonna be around.
We'd like to think that. I don't know.
I mean, with Valplume and Toad in a matchup, you know what Toad says? 30 damage. That's basically what it's saying.
Yeah.
So that's kind of pointless. For Toad, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. How many of these would you play in a deck? Like 2?
Wildplumes? Well, if you want to
Valplume,
have
most
them.
likely 2.
See, what I'm wondering
say,
is how
like,
many
2,
items are you
maybe a
playing in
2-1-2
your...
line.
Like, if you're trying to play like a deck without items, basically, or
Mhm.
something close, like, don't you need to play a 4/4/4 line of Vileplumes so you can actually get them without balls?
Oh.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, that'd be too cluttery. Like, you definitely don't need that many Vileplumes.
Well, that's actually my question about the Vileplume deck in the first place, is what exactly are we... What's the plan?
Yeah. Because you're hoping for the stadium like lockdown immediately, right?
Right.
Hopefully. I guess it depends on your hand as well.
It's...
Because you can't lock yourself out that turn and then be like,
that's
oh,
gonna be the
right.
thing you have to figure out in your deck, right? It's going to be, okay, how many items do I play to help me get Vileplume versus not actually wanting them after that's in play?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be... I'm not sure how good it is, actually. It's going to be interesting to try it and see
that's
if you can
my
balance
question,
it.
those kind of questions. But I think it'll get figured out and it's going to be played. So, I mean, I don't think there's any question of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it's a little more difficult and less straight up powerful than I think people think it is.
I mean, also the fact that it's only fire weakness, which has nothing good except, for the cards that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a few seconds or in a few minutes. Are we going to move on, or do you have anything to...
No, I don't have much to say.
Not really.
about
I'm pretty
it.
sure most people already know about it.
I mean,
Everybody's
Vileplume,
kind of talked about it.
it's irritating, and the ability
It
is
is
even
very irritating.
named irritating, so
I
perfect.
expect to be irritated in many circumstances.
Blossom! No.
Blossom, are you excited?
100% excited for Blossom. I feel like they could have made it potentially better. It's just, it is
It's
what
the
it is.
second- Wait,
Let's
it
move on.
has Windmill. It's the second coming of Gengar.
Oh my god.
It's the second coming of, what's it called? Dawnfan, yeah. Except with no strong energies and all the other damage amplifiers that Dawnfan has. But it's essentially stage 2. Nothing really important about it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
too
for
slow.
stage 2, it's kind of weak, right? It's not really...
It's very weak.
Yeah.
Very slow to get up to.
Yeah.
But with the stadium, though... No, okay, moving on.
Okay, then.
Spin Arc, we're just going to skip that. It's a basic for a more important card.
Alright, Arios. But then again, back to Blossom. Alright, guys?
The most important card in the set, Blossom. Because it's dancing.
Probably
got
gonna
decent art.
review Blossom at least 10 times over during this entire review.
Awesome.
Not exceptionally good art.
See,
Do we want to know about
balance
Spinner
this thing?
Act? What's this even do? Paralyzed? No? I guess that's not
It
terrible.
does a paralyze. It's 50 HP.
Correct.
Hey,
Let's just go
that's
straight
better
to
than
Arcus.
Oddish, which is hoping that you're going to trip over it.
In a sense.
Alright, let's actually move on to the card that's important in that stage, or from that basic, and that's Ariados, obviously, which is one of the more hyped cards, next to Vileplume, I guess.
Essentially the next coming of Hypnotoxic Laser without the sleep.
Yeah, except it's not really.
And you can do it every
Well, this
turn. At
also
first I
gets to use
thought...
this more frequently.
Yeah,
than
I thought
Hypnotoxic.
at first I thought it was when you put Ariados into play, and I wasn't really sure why everyone was so excited about it.
Yeah,
And then I read it
no.
again, and it's much better than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can use it every single turn. Of course, it does affect your own Pokemon if it's not a grass type, but
But that's
for
not
some
really
combos
a
in the set,
problem.
it does.
I mean, you're gonna build your deck around that, obviously. And
Yeah.
even if you don't, it's still a point. It's still a dot damage. Like,
Yeah,
it's still
damage
gonna
is
be good.
damage with poison.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially what it's all about.
Yeah, it's just
Also,
bonus.
being stage 1, that's not too bad either, since you don't have to go through an entire stage line or 2 stage lines.
Yeah.
Essentially like a victory
You can
round.
actually do this first turn, which is kind of insane
Yeah.
with the stadium.
Yeah. If you
Which is
really
really
wanted
sweet.
to with the new stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Hey, that's ticking up the potential Latios damage again. It's up to 70.
Yeah.
It's now up to-
Latios' next format is confirmed best card. Right here.
Which relevantly kills opposing Ariados. Oh, no, it doesn't because it doesn't poison it. I don't know what it kills. What has 70 HP? There's a bunch of basics, I think, right?
Yeah, a lot of basics have 70 HP. But not all of
I
them.
can imagine something.
It's still very low, so you can easily
Something or
just
another.
slice in and one-shot it with
I'm like
almost
scrolling through the spoilers right now, hoping to find something with 70 HP.
Are you cheating right now?
Larvesta. Larvesta. Your opponent's trying to set up their Volcarona setup
what?
thing.
Can we just move on?
Let's. I guess. I mean, it's a good card. It's going to be played in several decks. It's going to be tested.
Yeah. We're good.
And obviously, there's a combination in the set that we're going to talk about when we get to that card.
That the chat is already
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay, Machamp, obviously. We're going to get there, though. Let's mention it when we get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next one, Sceptile EX.
Sleep poison.
Sceptile.
Oh my god, Sleep
See,
Poison.
the
It
thing is
adds...
with this card and its second attack, I'm not too sure if it's gonna have the same interaction as it does with Ninetales, since Ninetales can actually, well, one of the Ninetales, it has an attack that applies more damage if a Pokemon is affected by a special condition,
It doesn't
but
seem
it
like
also
it.
stacks. I'm not too sure if that's
Seems
going to
like
be the
it's
same
just-
case for Sep.
Just once, I think, but because I think it's like does 50 more damage for each of your special conditions on that card,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and this just
Yeah,
says
this is
if
just going to be a
affected.
one.
it just says
One-time
yeah,
buff,
with
yeah.
special condition, so
So if it could do for 2, that would be.
But hypnotic laser attack hype.
Yeah, this is the actual second coming of Hypnotoxic Laser.
Yeah, I mean, why isn't it called just hypnotic poison instead, and just be a laugh at that attack? Oh well,
It should
hypnotic
be just
Uh,
called Hypnotoxic.
exactly. True.
Yeah.
sleep poison.
So this is one of the most like hyped cards from this set, right? Sceptile.
Well, Mega
Overall.
Sceptile.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean,
yeah,
well,
so
obviously,
big
and
Sceptile.
this set of cards.
I mean, if you have Ariados, Unseen Claw is not actually the worst thing.
No, that's actually really good. I mean, that is the combo that a lot of people have been talking about: Unseen Claws and Ariados. Or yeah, exactly.
I'm mostly worried about Mega Sceptile. That card's insane.
But the one thing, if grass is a big thing in next format, that combo is not going to be that important anyway, because you can't poison your
Yeah.
opponent's grass Pokemon then.
Yeah,
Do
that's something.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
you have something more to say about this card? I mean, it's kind of straightforward what it does, right?
It's not the most complicated little piece there.
Sure.
You either
Yeah.
poison them or you don't, basically.
I'm just going to tell you now, if I'm ever going to play this card, the first attack will never happen for me. That's just...
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I would never say never.
As if
but-
you only have one energy.
I mean,
You may
it will happen once, and then it's going to wake up, and then it's going to kill me, basically.
Oh, you're saying
Small
it won't work,
punk.
not that you won't use it. Because it definitely won't work. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
You will flip tails. You'll try it, but you will flip tails. But you'll
Yep.
do 10 damage, and you'll be okay with that.
Oh, that's true. It's always 10 damage. Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Hey, that's 30 with Muscle Band.
Hey, Toad is taking 20 right there. Anyway, let's move on to the Mega, I guess. Because
That seems like a thing we
look
should
at that
have done a long time
artwork.
ago. Yeah, this guy's attack is something else.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Mhm.
One of the
not
coolest
really-
attacks I've ever seen.
Like, I'm not really sure what stop prevents, but I guess being immune to bats is a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
Oh, yeah, it is immune to bats.
it's bats.
It's also immune to Greninja too, I guess, if you want to add that.
But that's,
I don't really know many other Pokemon that use their abilities to affect other Pokemon directly, so it's really hard for me to.
No,
to
and it's
get
a grass, so it
Stop
stops
makes it immune to
Ariados.
Ariados.
But it does that.
Yeah, well, then again, it's already immune to Ariados.
Yeah.
With the grass typing.
Exactly. I don't... I guess
At
we'll
least the
notice
other
if there's
Pokemon
any
stuff that aren't
abilities.
Grass type are immune to it.
I don't know. If long distance hypnosis comes back, that's something.
The thing is, though, with Mega Sceptile, you can pair this with another Mega Sceptile and constantly switch back and forth
Yeah, you
and
just
heal
go
each
off.
other off.
It's the
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah, people actually mentioned Malamar. Invisibility. Yeah, Malamar, it stops that.
Oh yeah, Malamar is a thing that's in the format.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that that's a. I forget sometimes that that's around.
That's an actual card that people use sometimes.
It is. I've lost to it before. I mean,
What? Really? No. I mean, when I got 12 tails in a row,
have you
I
seen
kinda...
me flip sleep rolls?
Yeah, it's
No.
true. It's true. But yeah, that attack is basically 100 damage for 2 energy, which is... It's not the strongest attack, but it's still great. And the effect is
Yeah.
awesome as well.
Yeah.
How many grass energies will you play?
It's more of a utility attack, though.
How many
essentially.
grass energies will you play?
Just
Quite a few, I would think. I mean, energy retrievals in the format. It's getting a gold thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We'll get there,
Yeah,
though.
energy retrieval is going to get a secret rare form in this set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And it
stuff.
heals all damage, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, it heals all damage. Which is
That is just-
very
Yeah,
insane.
all is kind of an absurd word.
All
there.
is... Yeah, it's definitely...
And
Yeah,
Oh,
the thing is,
10 HP left, no problemo.
Yeah,
yeah, the
damage
thing is too is
like,
if you wanted to
not-
pair this with Dusknoir, you could essentially just
Oh.
absorb all the energy and then.
Oh,
put
that is kind
energy
of
onto it.
insane. Is that still... Will that not rotate? Is that in...
No, Dusknoir is a flash fire. The one
Oh.
I'm talking about.
Sweet. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Not sure how often that was
Does that
play,
let you
but
do
I mean,
your
it's still
own?
interesting.
Oh, there's one that lets. That's right. There's a new one that lets you do your own. That's 'cause people were using that with. I saw that in a Primal Guard on deck once, with a bunch of like mega potions.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
max potions.
I've seen that deck too. Kind of insane. I just realized that I mentioned, oh, it's healing all the damage, but then I also realized it's also putting 2 energies out, which is just insane.
Yeah.
Which is
it's
like,
hard to, it's
what?
Hard to, it's hard to talk about everything in this card does and its attack does all at once in one sentence because there's more than one sentence there.
Yeah, exactly. But this is definitely, I mean, this will be a played card, obviously. It was
I guess there's not more than one sentence. It's just one run-on sentence. Whatever.
Wow, it is? Wow, that's one long sentence, actually. No, it's a dot there. There's a big if.
Is there?
Yeah. It's just the quality is it's not so high.
That's good. Yeah.
Shall we continue? Or do you feel like you have anything else to mention on?
Megaseptile's really good.
Someone in my comment section wanted to say that you compare Megaseptile EX with Giratina EX.
Do what? I mean, yes, you can.
Oh, well, I mean, you can, yeah, you can pair it. Just to equip energies to it and like ramp it up.
Oh, I see. Ramp on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
of course, use its crazy attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would rather be on the Mega Manectric plan there, but so that I didn't have to use grass energy.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you'd still, well, I guess if you run grass plus electric and then like some double dragons for
Can this put
Giratina.
rainbows out? Or like prisms or something like that?
What was the question?
Can this put rainbow energy out?
Yeah, you can use rainbows,
yeah.
but I mean, well, actually, I'm not too sure. No,
wait.
My question
Yeah,
is
it can actually, right? It can, or is rainbow energy no energy in your hand? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
My question is if
because it doesn't say basic.
Have a bunch of colored.
Yeah, it doesn't say basic
mana
grass
attack
energies.
cost.
So that's interesting, actually, if that
I don't
works.
know what Giratina's attack costs, but you might.
It's a
need-
grass
Giratina's
and
attack
a
cost is 4
psychic.
energy. It's grass, psychic, and double colorless.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not. Oh, it costs grass. Oh, that's not bad then.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably relevant then.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
And then you use the damage soaker, and yeah. Anyway.
Super soaker, yeah. All right, on to Vespa Queen.
But Combi.
Combi.
Bug bite, 10
its attack
damage.
does 10 damage. It has 40 HP, so it's in the easy mode Latios co range.
First turn win. Well played. Well played.
I don't know, it's,
Well played,
it has 1 retreat
Gee.
cost, which isn't 0. That's about it. I mean, it has a retreat cost that isn't 0 and an attack that doesn't paralyze, and it has 40 HP. So that's pretty much.
Are we still talking about Combi? No, just
I'm
kidding.
You're not wrong though.
Fox808 just mentioned that special energy cards don't count as a type while in hand. So
That's on hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That makes more sense though. So that would be kind of broken actually.
that would have been bananas if that was a thing.
Pretty good. We'll have to settle for whatever
Wait,
card.
we're talking about the first Vespa Queen now, right? Or do we want me to scroll
the
down to
first
the
Vespa
good
Queen.
one?
The
Yeah, okay.
the most
yeah.
important Vespa Queen in most
Were we
people's
going to talk
opinion.
about the other?
You mean the good artwork one? This artwork's actually really, really good.
I like the
They
one
both
that
have
people
pretty cool
like
artwork.
Yeah.
better. Although the full art, I don't know about the full art. I like this one better in pretty much every way.
Mhm.
I'm a little sad that the other one is the one that has the full artwork.
Mm.
Though I guess we would have just ended up with the other one's artwork then, so I don't know.
But anyway,
But then again, it is a little more balanced in the sense that if we had given this other double Vespa Queen the double ancient trait, holy crap.
yeah,
that's not necessary.
that would have been bananas.
Yeah, that's just essentially over the
that
top.
way you can,
We don't need that.
again, it's actually crazy to me to think that Silver Bangle is rotating because I keep bringing it up. But if you
Yeah,
have Silver Bangle
Silver
in your
Bangle is
format,
rotating.
yeah, but if
It's
you
kind
have
of sad
Silver
that it's rotating.
Bangle, you can put a Silver Bangle and a Muscle Band on your guy and have the best of both worlds.
Mhm.
Yeah, essentially.
But anyway,
That's pretty cool. To me.
But yeah,
silly
Bee Revenge.
tweet
I guess that is what we were going to talk about on it.
But Intelligence Gathering is actually not a bad attack on
No,
itself.
it's not a horrible attack. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is relevant that this thing has like a second attack where Flareon had, I don't know, I don't even remember what Flareon's other attack did.
Yeah,
Did
no one really used
Did it-
Flareon's second attack.
Did it have a second? I actually don't
Yeah.
remember.
It
Yeah,
did.
that's
It costed like, but it costed like double fire or something. So I don't think I've
Okay.
ever seen anyone use it.
All right.
Uh,
Oh well.
But Intelligence Gathering is a real thing.
hmm
So that's
Yeah,
that's
so-
relevant. Yeah, and the other thing is, people were talking yesterday about how whether this was as good as Flareon, and I think it's pretty clearly a lot better than Flareon. I think the question is just that Flareon hasn't been very good for a while, so.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
But
also free
this
retreat.
definitely could be.
Isn't it because Night March has really taken the place of Flareon? Like Night March was
yeah,
basically
well,
a better
it's-
version of the Flareon deck.
Right, and Trump card was actually pretty important for Flareon,
Yeah.
but instead of Night March, where you'd prefer to just leave all your stuff in the discard, because Flareon's a little more top heavy than that. If that makes any sense. So, yeah, but I think the Vespa Queen will be quite a bit better than Flareon for a number of reasons. Between having a much more favorable weakness, though not an irrelevant one like people seem to think.
Did Flareon have a free retreat cost as well? No.
No.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
absolutely
Flareon
not.
had free retreat
Yeah.
cost.
So
They
that's
had a
also.
Retreat cost of 2, but I could be wrong about that. But that's
So, yeah.
kind of irrelevant because
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much. 9 HP, it's gonna die quite easily anyway. But yeah.
yeah. But
As well as,
I mean,
as, well
it
as
can
the
happen.
grass typing that it has, meaning that it only has a fire weakness. Fire's still not going to be used as much next rotation. Maybe, if people realize just how powerful grass Pokemon are, they might invest a little more into fire Pokemon.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Again,
let's talk about that.
something EVs,
Yeah,
but
it's gonna come down to that soon. But also, which Pokemon will you play in this deck? Like, what are you discarding into the discard pile?
I have
What
no
are we
idea,
discarding?
honestly.
Like,
discarding-
what are you? What's your
You can
supporters to
discard
this one?
essentially anything. But the thing is, I'm not really planning to play Vespa Queen, but I mean,
No, but it's
Honestly,
obviously
I know
gonna see
people
play.
are-
People are
I'm
gonna play
thinking
this.
about pairing this with unknowns as well, just to use their abilities to. Well, actually, I'm not going to say anything yet because we're not going to get to that. But yeah, part of this.
And we'll talk about the EVs later. But the couple lists that I have seen have the plan of basically pick the evolution that gives you the weakness you want.
All right, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then dump all of the other ones.
That's true. That's a pretty good combination,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
And then obviously unknown's the auto include. But mostly that I actually kind of like that idea because you definitely need something to dump, and hopefully it's relevant in your deck. So if you have 6 evolutions and you only need one of them, then dump the other 5 or whatever, plus extra.
Yeah,
EVs.
yeah.
Indeed. Should we jump down to the next one? I guess.
Yeah.
Go
Do we
for
want to talk about the double Vespa Queen at all? I haven't really. Looked at it.
There's nothing really special about it. The attacks are subpar, and the only thing special about it is the double ancient trait that it has.
I'm not really sure what we're doing with that, so yeah, probably move on to Virizion. I actually do kind of like Virizion.
Verizon's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Or Virizion. I don't know how to pronounce these cards.
Verizon Wireless. I'm just kidding.
I just want to say one thing. I saw Vespa Queen and it says flip 3 coins, and I'm like, nope. And anyway.
Alright, we're done.
I
Good
look at cards
cards.
like that and I go flip 3 coins. Okay, so flip tails 3 times.
Essentially. Yeah.
Okay,
anyway,
Chip
Beta.
coin, flip 3.
Or
Yeah,
Verizon.
anyway, yeah, Verizon.
Well, that's a nice thing.
Put 2 basic, or put 2 Pokemon.
Two basic Pokemon.
It doesn't have to be basic.
No.
I messed up there.
No, it's just any Pokemon.
But yeah, two Pokemon. So that's pretty cool.
And it's nice
And
that
you put
it's
them into your
in-
hand, so you don't shuffle them into your deck.
That's really nice, actually. That's into your
Yep.
hand.
Definitely not a staple or anything, but one of these days
No.
somebody will be like, I want to pick up Pokemon.
Yeah.
I want to pick them up. Yeah.
You can pick up unknowns. That's not irrelevant.
No,
Yeah,
that's
so
really
maybe
true.
if you
That's
have, like, a pair or like evolutions of
Yeah.
any typing,
I don't know.
you could just get those out.
I mean, it's not great, but it might see people will try it, I'm guessing.
Virizion. Okay.
It's also a method to not deck out much sooner, so you can put those into your hand, like maybe shuffle your deck
Shuffle
somehow.
them I don't know.
With
I feel like
N,
if
oh
you're doing
wait.
that, you just Sacred Ash.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Someday, somewhere, this might get played.
I mean, it's 120
So-
damage on the second
The
attack.
prize count attack though is not so bad, really.
No, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah. You could take a prize here and there with that.
It's 120 damage for 2 energy, so
Kills Toad
well,
if
only
they're...
if you are, of course. I think it's if you're losing, right?
Yeah, if you're losing.
It's pretty much always when you're losing.
Quick aside,
If you're winning, you do more
please
damage.
don't print things that do things more when you're winning.
That is horrible idea.
Please don't ever have that happen.
Oh man. All right.
I think we can
I
move on
think
to
that's all
Flare
we need to talk
Yeah,
about.
I don't think there's anything interesting
This
there.
isn't
really.
yeah, this isn't a super great card or anything, but it's
Nope.
not nothing.
Nice damage potential though. So I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Low
120,
energy
and yeah, definitely. It kills a Seismitoad, so.
yeah. Right, Flareon.
We finally got
Flareon.
Flareon, so we can stop referencing it and being like, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Actually,
Yeah.
there's going to be several evolutions. There are 3,
Oh, yeah.
right? In the
Yeah,
in the
there's
set. It's the
Do we
original
want to talk
ones.
about them now?
I mean,
I
we
feel like
can
this is the
if we
best
talk
one.
about this one, we can still mention the other ones, and then when we come to them, we can just be like, "That's what we said."
Yeah. They basically all have the same ability.
They all have the same
for their
ability
corresponding
for their type,
typing.
obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this one is the best because there's nothing else to have this. There's no playable fire Pokemon, so I feel like it's nice that we have this one over the other two because we could, if we wanted lightning weaknesses, we could just play Manectric or whatever.
Yeah, but also keep in mind it says all stage 1s. It doesn't exclude megas. So yeah,
are you sure?
Pretty cool, at least. Yeah, it says each of your stage 1 Pokemon.
Megas are stage 1.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Which
megas
is
are
kind of
stage
insane.
That has to do something, right?
I guess so.
I don't know what.
Right?
I mean, when I saw these cards the first time, I was first like, oh my god, it's going to be bananas. And then I saw the stage 1, and then I'm like, it's probably not going to be that good.
Does
and
that
then...
mean my deck Sceptile is the best deck? It's going to start having Flareon for the mirror?
That might happen.
Well, maybe Vaporeon, because obviously its only weakness is fire. So I mean, you could use water to counter it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, I'm saying if the best deck is Sceptile, doesn't the Sceptile player go like, okay, if I want to be other Sceptile, then I get a Flareon? And I don't know.
Then you're ahead in that matchup. Basically.
Megas are excluded. They do not count as stage. Fox is saying that that's not true.
Is it not?
That was what I thought.
I think. Well, I thought they were. Well, let's look when we get to the next mega. We'll look at it. I thought they were actually stage 1s.
Yeah, I thought they were too.
Oh well.
All right, that's debunked.
Let's cry.
Until then, maybe.
We're great at this game. Do we want to say, anything else?
I'm putting my hand up. I didn't think that was true.
Okay. I was correct. Well, you were not correct. You were just not wrong, I guess.
On the card in the upper left. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, that's cool at least to know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so Flareon, we're done with that one. Let's go on to Entei.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Entei's. Well, which Entei are we talking about, first of all?
Let's just talk about the non.
The 14 of 98.
This is actually pretty cool. It's not too bad actually.
Yeah.
Except the first attack is kind of bad. It's very bad actually.
I mean, it's great. You're gonna play 25 fire energies, and then you're gonna be bananas, and yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I had to say about that attack.
I guess don't benefit from. Huh. I can.
Wait, like a combat blaze. That's a cool.
Combat blaze isn't a cool attack, yeah. And if grass is powerful, and if they have a lot of bench stuff, I mean, I'm not sure it's gonna see play though.
Not for. I mean, it. Yeah, I don't know. The attack's.
I mean, you could essentially tech it in if you want to go against like Skyfield decks, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If the only justification for that is Skyfield users, then who knows? Maybe not use it.
Could we do that in a better way?
It's still pretty powerful, even if it is for someone that has a full bench of 5. That's 120 additional damage. That's still pretty crazy for 2 energy.
The other Entei is actually pretty cool.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm scrolling down that one. Oh, look at that artwork piece that it's just glaring on that picture, actually. That was
It's really glaring on that picture. It's so much that I can barely read it.
So it can have 2 tools on it.
Yep.
Which is a thing.
And then there's a couple directions you could go with the 2 tools thing, by the way.
Either tanky or damagey, I guess.
Well, in particular, its 2 attacks kind of lend you to different things.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Flame Screen, which I'm going to try to read. During your opponent's next turn, any damage to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30. So I've heard some people that are kind of amused with the idea of putting 2 hard charms on this and using that attack. Because, then that's not very much damage you can do to it.
No.
So that's cute. If this was an EX with more HP, that would actually probably be a pretty
That would have been insane.
amazing thing.
Yeah.
But 130 is nothing to sneeze at either. So
Yeah, I mean, 130 and then you deny 70. That's not bad, actually.
no, not
Yeah,
at all.
you could deny 70 with 2 hard charms. That's
I
pretty
mean,
crazy.
that's 200 to KO. So that's not a whole ton of things are doing that right now. Not none.
No.
So there's something.
And then it's also water.
I'm
and
trying to think of other tool cards you could pair with
Water
this, but
weakness.
nothing comes to my head that can actually.
I mean,
benefit
obviously you could
greatly.
double Muscle Bandit or whatever, but
Yeah, so aside from Muscle Band and
Actually, you can put 2 of the new card that's in the set on this, and then you just be
draw
like,
2?
value.
2 times Healing Scarfs plus Center Lady.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm gonna put 2 times Sparkling Robes. I'll double my resistance against your special conditions.
Oh no. That's great.
Weakness Policy. Yeah, there's a bunch of random tools you could put on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting card. I think people will try it, definitely.
Does anybody play
Especially
Tool
the
Drop
tanky
Expanded?
build.
Does anybody play
Yeah.
Tool Drop and Expanded? I'm wondering if
Tool Drop, no.
Tool Drop cares about all these double cards or anything like that. I don't think it does, right?
Not really, because it still has Sigilyph. I mean, Sigilyph
Yeah.
is worlds better than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's move on to the next one, I guess.
Yeah. Larvesta, who has an
Larvesta.
incredible attack.
I'm just gonna scroll.
Yeah.
I mean, even the retreat is bad on that one.
I wanted to
So-
talk about its tanky 70 HP, getting it by Latios with Muscle Band unaided.
The Latios are
Yeah, all right.
That is the only way you can take
130
it out.
for 4 energy is kind of expensive.
Is that the
I
test
can't
we do for all cards now? Can it die on Latios first turn?
for basics that don't do anything else, pretty
Basically.
much. Honestly, like, I mean, if that deck's a deck, then
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
you kind of have to be worried about it. No, I don't
How
think
do
should
you even
change
say
that
this?
word.
Volcarano?
Volcarona.
Volcarona. That makes sense.
I kind of
Macarona.
like
Anyway,
Volcarona. That sounds cool. It has stop.
which
Again, the
Stops
cards that have
poison.
stop, I'm not really. But
It
stopping poison is
stops
good, I
you,
guess.
Tracks. No, just kidding. I don't
Hey, stopping poison means that it doesn't get OHKO'd by Sceptile.
that's true. Yeah, it only does 100 damage, yeah. And
Unless
then there's a
Sceptile-
muscle band, and then you're crying.
and yeah, or whatever. But you know,
I,
it's
guess
better
it does
than not.
160 damage back. I mean,
your opponent switches their active Pokemon. Your bench.
sadly, it's not a you may.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
yeah.
What's funny about that 160 damage is if they then bring another Sceptile up.
Yeah, and then
when-
just heal it.
Heal it.
Wow, that's gonna be so
They get a free
annoying.
switch. They don't even
Oh
have
my
to discard
God.
any energies.
That's pretty great, actually. 50 points, yeah.
Yeah.
So that attack does 20 damage. All
You know,
right,
they need to put more cards with burning effects because burn is so underused. They need to like metalize. That's what I'm gonna say. Metalize burning. Because honestly, it's just too bad.
Abra also
That's what
mentioned
I think they should get though. Fire for their
Actually,
special
what?
energies.
mentioned Entei that actually there's a lot of good fire supports
oh,
from
there
Flash
are.
Fire,
That's true. I
actually.
forgot about Blacksmith.
and blacksmith and
been
double colorless and
playable
stuff
for
like
so long.
that to arm that up
Yeah.
early and do a lot of damage. So
Yeah.
it can actually do a first turn win.
Protection cube.
Percent
What's protection
things.
cube? Does anybody know what protection cube is?
Protection cube. That's the one if you do damage, you
It's the
don't
one
do damage.
that, yeah,
if you
prevents
damage
from
yourself, you
damage
don't do it, basically.
Oh, that's. Yeah, that's actually cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, yeah,
not sure.
Blacksmith is a thing.
Yeah, blacksmith's definitely a good card.
Hmm.
And I guess
Wait, which
Entei is
card are we
like
talking about? No, I was kidding.
We're talking. Well, we kind of went back to Entei because Abracadabra brought up
Oh.
yeah,
some not irrelevant things.
yeah, because Entei is actually there is that is kind of the sad thing about the Flash Fire pack because everything that was fire Pokemon was not that great, but the support cards were actually pretty good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
support cards are there, and you have Scorched Earth or whatever too.
Mhm, Yeah,
All right, so do you
It-
want to
it-
move on to the next Volcarona?
yeah. Let's move on
yeah,
in
let's
this
get on
set
to the
and
next
talk about
Volcarona
yeah.
while we're here. I actually kind of like this Volcarona. I doubt it's very good, but I like it.
Can I even read on it? Search it. Oh, it's that one. Yeah, I actually like this one.
Yeah, let me try to read this for the good of the people. You search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Then search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to that Pokemon. And then
That is
shuffle.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I only wish this was a basic instead.
That's
Like, that did
pretty
that.
much what we all wish.
So,
If it were a grass stage 1, we could maybe excuse it. But yeah, having it be a stage 1 it's a little awkward to be like, okay, I'm going to spend a turn waiting to put my Volcarona up, and then I'm going to
hey,
use
you're
that.
gonna
to send-
Wally, and you're gonna.
Yeah, you could just
Why?
straight up wall like after your turn, or after the opponent's turn, and then put the energy, and then do that. Yeah, yeah, like that's the only combo you can really use with it.
Oh, Wally.
But the thing
I
is,
mean,
you're, not
you're
really
gonna
put it
wall
your
into
deck
this.
because of the
You're gonna
flamethrower attack.
Entei out and put 2 energies. You're gonna retreat with this next turn, putting Entei active, putting double
Well,
colorless, or
surprisely,
doing
it
something
has
else
one
in that.
retreat cost. I thought it would have more since it's like a pretty heavy Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Volcarona.
You pretty much just have to put 1 energy on it then at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You're
was
certainly
like,
not
whoa, my screen just
flamethrowing.
glitched a bit.
Well,
Or at least if you flamethrower, you still have 1.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, why not? Let's do the entry deck with.
Volcarona.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I don't know. I like all those Pokemon. Can we do that?
Why not Zoidberg?
Why not?
Games are basic Pokemon. That's the first attack can be utilized by any deck if it survives. Yeah.
That is pretty cool though. It does put two
yeah.
energies onto it though. That's the best part about it.
Once you've attacked with it, everything's going great. My question is just, how did you do nothing for like 2 turns?
Yeah. I mean, the whole idea, right? That's why it's a colorless attack, so you can put it in any deck.
Or that's the other question: is
attack.
what are you doing for these 2 turns while you're Volcaroning? Like, are you
But you're playing Wally, man. You're gonna play. If you play this, you're gonna play Wally, right?
okay?
Because you want to do this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I
right?
guess you kind of have to.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it's just too slow if you don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So what do we play? Like a 3-2 line?
I
I
don't
don't
even know.
Like, maybe like a 2-2 line.
Actually, the next card is a line. Do we want to move on?
Magikarp?
Or
Yeah, go for it. Go for
I
it.
think
don't-
we want-
I think we can do a deck tech on that later. Magikarp.
All right, we're looking at Magikarp.
And it flips coins, so let's move on.
yeah.
It does
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of damage if you manage to get it to work.
Yeah, I'm
If
never
you
gonna.
manage to get it to work, yeah.
I'm
But
never
it
gonna be able
kills-
to do that.
It
actually.
outgoes other Magikarp.
Oh, there's 2 Magikarps just. Well, it is an epic splash. I mean,
Camerupt DX has more support. That's not irrelevant. Camerupt is the thing.
yeah. Does that stay or does that rotate?
Camerupt stays. It's like fairly new, isn't it?
No, Camera
think-
DX is Flash Fire, I think. No, wait, it's Primal
it's-
Flash. It's Primal Flash.
It's
Is
Primal
it?
Clash. Yeah, it's super new.
Okay.
It's probably going to
It's
survive
safe.
the next rotation.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, Magikarp. Moving on.
Gyarados.
Yes.
Gyarados.
Well, the first Gyarados. Are we talking about the first Gyarados? or the first-
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, we're talking
Number
about the
20.
ancient trait.
I don't think this does a whole lot.
Berserker Splash.
Yeah,
Damage.
I mean,
Does
80
10
damage, 10
damage
to
to
each
each
banished Pokemon.
Flip and
Both yours
flipping
and your
coins.
opponents. That's pretty cool, at least.
And that is for the combo with
The
the.
Aquatail effect is barely
Next
good when
one.
you're not flipping coins. So yeah, I think that we can move on to the next one.
Yeah. So that we can actually see the combo.
Anybody
Yeah.
in the chat, let us know if you have something interesting with this first Gyarados, but meh. The other one's the combo, and it also
Yeah.
just looks amazing.
I mean, this one combos with the first one because it does extra damage for each. But it's not even a good combo because then you need 2 different Gyarados, which means you only have 2 Magikarps. Unless you
Yeah.
play, I guess if you play Ball, or what is it called? Ace in the Hole?
Yeah, Archie's.
Archie's Ace in the Hole, right?
This is what
Yeah.
Virizian's for. Or Virizian,
Wait.
whatever it's called.
So the thing is, though, you'd have to use Archie's if you want to get max potential with all the
Yeah.
Magikarps. Because you'd have to use the
Oh.
Archie's for the Gyarados, and then the 4
Mhm.
basic
Exactly.
Magikarp you can still put into play.
How odd to use Archie's to put in something.
To just
that-
get a Gyarados.
You're gonna have to
stage
Archie's
four.
twice as well. You need to do it on first one, attack with that attack, do 10 damage and everything, and then switch out to this one.
Honestly,
It's just a horrible combo. It's interesting, but horrible.
It's the ultimate anti-synergy where Archie's using the things we have the basic for.
I mean, I'm
It
kind of
seems like-
disappointed. I
yeah.
wish it was a good card. I wish it was a good card.
It's so
Yeah,
close.
I mean,
Everything's honestly-
if it had the combo in itself, maybe, you know, and if it was a bit stronger.
It's hit for 240.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it 240? Yeah, 240. You have 2 on all your bench Magikarp.
Ah.
I mean, 2.
It's
Damage counters
it
on
does
it.
240 for a double colorless, and it's gettable with Archie's. Isn't that insane?
No.
Not really.
Did you play Nightmarsh? Anyway.
I don't really think there is a way to spread counters on your own Pokemon, is there?
It's that the no, I don't think so.
Aside
other
from
than
just
the
like
other
taking
Gyarados.
certain attacks and having 10 damage deal, but I mean like actual just spreading like Dusknoir's ability. And
Is
of course,
there-
Dusknoir
Isn't
plus
there
10
some bad Pokemon that moves damage counters around to any Pokemon you wish? On your side?
Yeah, it's the Dusknoir, right? The one that's
Is it?
not rotated. Can you just move things around? Can't you? I think.
No, it moves it only onto Dusknoir.
Yeah, I'm talking about something else. There's another psychic one that moves, I think,
Oh,
moves to
Reuniclus you're
any.
talking about.
Isn't it an attack though?
Reuniclus. It's an ability. I think it
Is it?
does that.
Yeah, I don't actually remember.
It's a really old card.
This just sounds like way too much work.
Anyway, yeah, we're not we're not gonna do that, obviously. So let's move on to the next one, I think.
Yes. The next one's
Vaporeon.
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 Yay! It's an
Least
evolution.
exciting of all 3 of these, but not irrelevant. We'll play
No.
one.
Its weakness is
Yeah.
sad.
Grass.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about actually having Vaporeon active. The
No.
one that we attack with is Jolteon.
No. The good thing about this, I mean, I've seen the deck that you showed me, the Japanese deck,
Right.
where they only play evolutions and Haluchas basically. And the good thing about those kinds of decks is your opponent only like gets 1 prize every time they kill something.
Yeah.
Which is really the strength of those decks.
Yeah.
Because they're always, behind.
Sure.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
what's next?
move on.
Relic? No, Relic. Nothing really. in
Relic.
Relic.
Nothing
Tools.
special about that.
No,
This Regice
let's-
isn't that bad though.
Regice is kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah, the resistance
That-
blizzard attack.
My problem
Cool.
with Hippodon is it takes forever to like evolve it and set it up and everything.
And this is a
That was the
basic.
thing I
Yeah.
didn't like about
Mhm.
this. This is a basic. You just, and it's water and it's not weak to grass.
Yeah, it's weak to
Vaporeon
steel.
makes your Vespiquen even
metal.
better. That is
Yeah.
definitely what we're looking
Yeah,
at.
Vespiquen and the Eevees is definitely a deck that's going to happen.
For sure. Yeah, it's Resistance Blizzard. We've kind of seen it before, but I do like it. And it does start to do quite a bit of damage once you put like a Muscle Man on this thing and you're 2 going EXs and that kind of thing. So, yeah, right.
My
Regice
God,
is fun.
guys, I'm so freaking hyped for this set.
I just want this troll card and no, but it's fine. It's not horrible.
Oh, yeah. It's good. Kira?
Yep. Let's move
Oh,
on.
Curum.
This is one of those cards. I look at it, it's interesting, but I'm not sure if it's.
There's so much water energy in those cards.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Really.
Yeah, and
But it's a lot of
unfortunately,
damage.
Blastoise, the Deluge Blastoise is going to be rotated out soon. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
I mean,
makes this
there's
deck
going to be
so-
like 20 days of awesomeness with this card, and then.
Yeah, at least. Ice Caliber is a really cool attack, though. Like, holy crap.
I mean, and expanded, but then you have other things to do, so yeah.
Yeah, but still, 130 damage, and then your opponent can attack during the next turn.
Regice dies to metal types. That's pretty true. You can run Vaporeon and Flareon with XY Raichu. Oh, I didn't think about that. Using
What?
evolutions
Yeah,
with
that's
Raichu.
true.
Somebody in the chat was or Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
all
definitely a
stage
thing.
ones. Basically, think of all stage ones.
All good stage ones are now better. That's basically
Or no,
what's happening.
Somewhat better.
So stage ones have very relevant buffs.
Yeah. Anything else on this card?
Nothing on Kyurem though. I don't know. Metal weakness is not irrelevant anymore. Also, like there are playable metal cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will metal be good enough in the next format?
I have
Well,
no
the thing is,
idea.
Keldeo is going to be going out.
Yeah, I mean,
They will
Keldeo
be
is so
getting
important.
Metagross, but I mean, it is
It
a
was
stage
decked
2,
before
so that makes it
Keldeo,
that
though.
much slower.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing it without Keldeo, and I can say I wish I had Keldeo. I miss something I've never had every time I play
Yeah,
that deck.
yeah.
But, yeah.
So once
The thing is,
Keldeo's
though,
out,
we'll see. Probably not immediately. They'll probably have to print another good metal guy or whatever.
We'll see.
yeah.
It might end up being okay somewhere.
Bronzong is a nice one though,
Yeah.
and
it's
Aegislash is also pretty good. Our next guy is Jolteon.
Jolteon.
Uh,
If you have
one-
this out and Raichu, it's double.
You double the super effective damage. That's not true, guys. That is not true.
I'm wondering when we're gonna get actual like double weaknesses and double resistances.
We have a card that does 4
Vial
times
Plume,
at
the
the
old
moment.
Vial Plume
Yeah.
does that.
Oh, yeah. Right. That's the old one. Yeah.
No, I mean
That's
by
really
like
old.
having dual types or whatever.
Ugh.
Like, I'm
Oh,
wondering
dual
when-
types. Ugh.
Yeah, because we have all these things that give us more than one type, right? I'm wondering when we're gonna get double.
There's gonna
weakness
get
effects
like
that.
cards that are just. Weren't the legendaries? Weren't they dual types? Or the
Wait,
what were
I
they
don't
called?
know. I don't know anything about those cards except for that they look interesting. Like,
I think they were dual
Picture.
types, but I'm not sure though. But yeah,
yeah,
this is
talk about
basically.
these are some of the best cards in the set, in my opinion. I mean,
Look at that
Yeah.
artwork too. I mean, it's amazing.
they bring the most, I guess.
It is
Other
Jolteon,
cards in
it's
the
pretty-
set are just kind of like, oh, I have an attack or whatever, but these things like really warp things. They affect other cards the most. I'll say that.
Surely,
Ampharos, who is anybody interested in Ampharos?
I am.
I mean, obviously, it's a card we should talk about.
I am. Well, not the
People-
basic Ampharos, but the
Basic-
next step of the Ampharos. I'm
Let's
interested
just
in.
go straight to Mega Ampharos. Basic Ampharos, what? Thunder Rod, look at top 4.
It's not. It's 100 damage for 4 energies. The
Yeah.
end.
Thunder Rod
Basically.
might do something someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
It's very inconsistent acceleration.
I mean,
It's
you're gonna
definitely
use it. You're gonna use it
it's
if you have
definitely
to.
Yeah,
when I
if you
have
have the
nothing else
opportunity
to
to use
do.
it, why not?
Yeah.
Honestly.
You're not gonna
If I-
end the turn just like that and not use
Right,
it.
you guys
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Victorian is actually good. Yeah. Uh, anyway,
Anyway,
Mega Ampharos
Mega
has this
Ampharos. Look at that hair. It's an 80s rock star right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
pretty much.
With a sherry on the head.
So majestic.
I really like this one.
I
It's
like
pretty
it.
cool, yeah.
I like the
170
fact that
damage,
you can
well,
choose to
potential
paralyze.
damage. Yeah, yeah. So you can do
I don't know.
120 damage normally, or
I
you can choose to
definitely
do
like
50
it.
more damage
I
with a
just-
chance to paralyze. Well, actually, just the
I don't-
paralyzation instantly.
Yeah.
But you
I
do
guess I
30
don't see-
damage to yourself.
It feels to me like everything it
Spencer, stop
does
trying
is
to cut
just
me
like
off.
it feels like everything it does to me is just like slightly short of what you were hoping it would do. Like it does 170 where you would like 180.
Yeah.
Like it paralyzes but does damage to itself, and then
Hey, it
just-
kills
I don't know.
Latios. So.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's cool though that the things that do survive the hit will be paralyzed. So
Yeah, that's a good
Relevant,
thing.
yeah. But then it's like, what are we paralyzing? I don't know.
I don't know.
I like
either.
the art a lot. It looks great. I like the art a lot.
I just like the fact that we can paralyze as an option.
It's a very repeatable option at that rate.
Yeah, exactly. It's 4 energies for electric, and they don't have. Well, I guess they have Mega Manectric.
If Ampharos had Omega Barrage, it could actually work. Oh, the barrage ability where you attack twice? Well, then it would just kill everything.
Yeah, then it will. Then you don't even have to paralyze. Then we just.
Or are they talking about basic
Bam, bam.
Ampharos, maybe? Because then you would go like first attack into second attack or something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is there anything to say about Rotom? The 3 coins?
No.
Rotom.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
No. Nothing.
20
at all.
damage first turn. What? Insane.
70 HP. 70 HP. This is the thing. This is the thing that Ariados lets
It's gonna
Latios go.
die to Latios with Ariados.
I think we can jump to the next card because the next card is actually interesting. Yeah.
It has a decent amount of HP, which is more than Jirachi can say too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I'm just thinking.
The first attack is actually not that bad either.
Are we talking about champ?
If you can manage to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna
Triple
take
psychic is
damage,
approximately 1,000,000.
you may as well use it.
But yeah, it could come up.
But it does confuse you, which is pretty bad.
Oh, we're talking
It
about
does help
champ now.
the crazy hammer.
Yeah,
buddy.
apparently we moved on to Machamp.
We did move on to Machamp. I think ReclusiveSlowbro moved on to Machamp without us, but I agree with moving on to Machamp because this card's really interesting.
Hoop is interesting, and I'm not sure if it's going to be as bananas, but
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll
start.
see.
But Machamp has all sorts of things going on it. Goodness gracious. Who's
Yeah,
hyped for Hex Maniac and Max Maniac?
Of course
Is Hex
we are.
Maniac an FA in this set?
It's Sex Maniac, yeah.
But Machamp, yeah, obviously the combo that people have been talking about is the Ariados and Machamp.
Fox is saying that this is the ugliest art from Machamp so far, and I can
It is?
agree. And I
Well,
don't.
I actually don't think it's so bad.
It's not that bad. I don't think it's bad either.
It's not that
It,
bad.
it is up to
I
interpretation.
mean,
don't
I don't
like
like Machamp's design overall, but I don't think it's that bad.
It is a Machamp.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what else can you expect?
Did you see the
but
first
anyway.
one from base set? I mean,
I like that one actually.
okay.
I have one of those.
Yeah, me too. Somewhere in my life, somewhere.
Yeah, Machamp plus Ariados would be pretty cool too.
The only thing that's problematic with this one is that it needs 2 fighting energies, right, for Crazy Hammer.
Yeah, that is. a
Yeah, but
thing.
that's still
If it-
160 damage for 3 energies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
talking
not
about
bad.
2
And you can
fighting
play
energies.
Landorus and stuff like that to
You
like
look at
ramp
2
it up on the
fighting
bench.
energies, and you're like, well, it needs 2 fighting energies. I look at 2 fighting energies, and I'm like, it needs 2 strong energies.
Yeah, obviously. But then you do 160, 180, 200. Still not enough.
Well, you're like, if you get to 200, then you're like, okay, well, I have what, the fighting stadium,
Yeah,
and
fighting stadium.
muscle band, and all of a sudden you're doing 240,
Yeah,
and you're like
exactly.
killing Primal Groudon.
Yeah, so you get crazy.
Yeah, I
damage.
mean, it
That's
is a
our-
setup deck, yeah.
Yeah, that starts to sound pretty good. And obviously, the combo is if you have Ariados in your bench, then
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the deck that everyone's been like mentioning with this card.
which also Ariados ticks its damage up another 10 for that matter.
And you can actually use Verizon in that deck as well, so. You can put 1 grass energy on this and heal it. I mean,
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things you do.
Yeah, Machamp's a pretty cool thing. People have talked about playing like 1 or 2 Machamp in the Sceptile Ariados deck, just as a whatever,
alright.
as an alternate attacker, I guess. So that doesn't sound too bad to me, but we'll see how it shakes out. What else do we have here?
Whooper.
Whooper.
For the fighting water Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And he naps.
Yeah,
that's
it's really
really bad.
weird.
I really dislike when they do that. When they make a certain typing require a certain energy that's not its own type.
Because then I would put a water energy on it, attack, and be like, "Huh, what are we?" No, right?
Oh man,
Damn.
it just does not work well.
It's also really weird for me to look at Whooper as being like a fighting type. I get how we got there, but
Yeah. Do you see that tail? Do you know how much that would hurt?
Quagsire would be a decent Pokemon in some sort of theme deck situation. If you were fighting a fighting water deck, yeah, that would be a cool card.
Yeah, obviously, I did not mean Verizon when I meant on Machamp there. Obviously, I meant the now I forgot the name.
Sceptile.
Sceptile, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sceptile,
what
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah,
And Verizon EX rotates.
Verizon would be awesome with that, but yeah.
but guys, we're talking about Blossom here. No,
What?
Active alone.
Blossom looks a lot like Quagsire.
Slowbro's all about that Blossom.
as you can see, the
I'll
Blossom
donate
is
my
actually
blossoms to you.
perfect
What's-
damage to
no problem.
Quagsire.
What's the next card anybody's interested in?
I mean, let's scroll down to Regirock. Does
Some
that?
people are talking about Regirock. I don't
I mean,
see.
it's 120 damage. Turn 2.
I mean, granted, I like the Boof, which is what they're comparing it to, because the Boof has the attack for three
Yeah,
energies, where it does 120
yeah.
to an EX.
But that's also something that you can use in any deck, right? This you
Yeah.
actually need fighting energies.
Yeah, and
Weird.
people are like, but you get strong energy, and I'm just like, but that's only getting you to 140.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah,
Wait, we're talking about Regirock now? Sorry.
yeah. Regirock, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, it's interesting,
Yeah, it's an interesting card.
but I don't
Rock
think.
Boof.
And then it has Tree Retreat, which is also just
Yeah, and
I
Bufalon
don't
only
know.
has 2, so.
Oh,
And
really?
Having Yeah, Bouffalante's only 2, and you can just attach a double colorless and retreat Bouffalant. As I have recently learned. I've played a lot of Bouffalant today.
Yeah. You kind of said that name a lot in chat before.
Yeah, Le Bouffe.
What's the Undying Rocks, or Unyielding Rock? Undying Rock.
Okay,
It's still pretty
Golurk
interesting,
Part
though.
3?
It does double damage
Anybody
against
interested in
GXs.
Golurk Part 3? I'm kind of interested in the
That's
fact that if you put a Goatlet into play, you can evolve it into like 3 different things.
What happened now? Who said
I
what
started
exactly?
talking about Golurk.
Yeah. I heard Unyielding Rock, double damage, yeah. And then I heard something that evolved into 3 things.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think it's Regirock.
Regirock that evolves into Regice, and then evolves into Registeel. No, shit, what?
Oh, Seal. And then Regiblossom. Whoa.
And then Regiblossom. God.
Should we move on? I mean, it's 1/6.
Abracadabra
It's
is pointing
a
out that if you have strong...
It's a
energy,
cool
you also
card.
get
I don't
five.
think it will see play.
Abracadabra
Okay,
said
now
if you have strong
Golurk, the other
energy,
Golurk.
it's
Golurk.
We're gonna talk about the other Golurk. This is pretty cool too.
Flip 2.
Yes.
Oh, flip 2 coins? Nope.
I mean, essentially, you can just attach Trick Coin. There you go. To this, because it's doing 90 damage. So if you get 2 heads of this, that's 180 damage with the double Lariat.
Maybe I'm going to
There
sound like
it's
a grump here.
Lariat.
Maybe I'm going to sound like a grump here, but I can't stand anything that involves trick coin.
Me neither. Me neither.
No.
Honestly, all of our luck is pretty bad. I think we can really just say that.
Well, you don't have to play Trick Coin. You can also play a cute fire Pokemon that I forgot the name of.
no,
right now.
because that one's going. That one's rotating.
Is that rotating?
Yeah, it's rotating. It's out of here.
Damn. Oh well.
Let's
Let's also mention that you actually need 3 energies for the second attack there. So, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, 4 energies.
That's a lot.
Well, 4, but 3 cards.
Right.
Unless you
Yeah,
hit the
I
dig
guess
out.
if you wanted to use 2 fightings and a double colorless, yeah.
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 I mean,
Alright.
if you put 4 strong energies on it, right, and then you
That's absurd amount of I don't think it really needs any strong energy on it though, because I mean, 90 plus 90. If you can manage to get both those the heads, that's
Yeah.
insane damage. Just that alone.
plus
But
if you put
4 strong edges on it and you hit the double heads, then you hit 240 or whatever, 260 or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's
Or so
killing
the
all.
muscle bands and the
good.
fighting stadium against a shaman,
and then you look at your HP and you're like, oh snap, I'm gonna die,
and then 2 tails. Ah,
and your weakness, and
that'd
you're
be
gonna
the
cry.
biggest buzzkill though. Get 2 tails after all that acceleration or all that energy.
I think we should move on. We're staying on the fun cards a bit too long.
I
Let's
want
just
to talk about the fun cards. Dang it!
We're in the theme
the
deck right
fun
now.
cards in quotations. All right.
Is there somebody who thinks that flipping tails is fun?
Well, yeah, obviously. Have you seen Malamar?
Oh,
People play that all the time.
They do.
All right, let's
it's
move
time
on
we
to
got
the next
Tyra
one.
Banks.
Oh, Tyra
wait,
Banks.
what?
Tyranitar EX.
Tyra Banks. All right, that's what we're calling it now.
What's that,
I
Gligar for?
heard that before.
What are we talking about Gligar for?
Wait,
I
what?
don't know. Chat's confusing me. So they asked
Yeah.
about Gligar.
I don't know.
Let's talk about the extremely bad Tyranitar EX.
Hey. If you put Magikarp on your bench,
Oh, that's what it's for.
That's the reason why.
I'm
man.
sorry, I forgot.
wow. Then you,
That
oh
was
my
something
god.
we were looking for.
It's so bad. It's like
Just
1
add
Tyranitar,
more
4
crazy
Magikarps.
combo. The convoluted combo that is the Gyarados attack using the Magikarps with damage as damage amplifying. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
there's nothing really to say here, right?
This Tyranitar,
It's
it
really
has
one of
the
the
really
weakest
excellent.
EXs
It
in
has a
terms of-
great ability where it evolves into Mega Tyranitar EX.
Yeah. And we'll look at that.
Yeah.
I think we can move straight to that.
So basically, this evolution, by the way, he's trying to step through the card, right? On the first one. And then the second one, he's falling over. He, like, failed. That's basically what's happening. Oh! And he fell. Anyway,
So wait, in what order are you talking about?
like, first the normal Tyranitar EX. You see, he's stepping over the edge, right?
Tyranitar, since the heart
But
gold.
obviously, he did not succeed in that, and he fell over instead.
he mega evolved in the process too, and then he fell. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, God. Anyway,
let's go ahead and move on to the Destroyer King. How about it?
Hey, but double...
It also gets
double.
the double ancient trait. That's pretty cool. So you can put the Spirit Link in, I guess, something else if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah.
and then you mix that with bats, and then you're good to go.
Pretty much.
Yeah, mix that with bats.
Actually,
Somebody talked about dangerous energy setting you up also.
Yeah, dangerous energies. You can put dangerous energies on this, but I guess we can't really talk about those. Do you guys want to talk about those? Because those are later in the set, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about dangerous energies in a
yeah.
minute.
Do you want to mention anything on Tyranitar more, or can we just skip that? Or
It's pretty cool though. I mean, the Destroyer
play it with
King,
bats.
110 damage.
yeah,
Yeah,
And then
play it
for
with
every
bats.
damage counter on your
Yeah.
opponent's Pokemon, it does 60 more
Right.
damage. That
Yeah.
is pretty insane.
it is an insane
That is
amount of
really
damage. It is, definitely. I think the double is kind of unnecessary in this one. To be honest, if
Yeah,
you play
maybe.
bats, you're already doing like an insane amount
I
of
think the
damage.
double's kind of a liability. Given
Unless you
head-
want to be tanky, of course.
What happens when you get double headbangered?
Oh yeah, you can get double headringer apparently.
You
So
can.
that is a thing. Just put
Wow.
headringers.
Oh
onto
my
it.
god.
Yeah.
People were talking. Yeah,
That is
somebody was
really
talking about how
bad.
you can get you can put a Spirit Link on it, Mega Evolve it, and then get headringered.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
you-
is.
You can. That can exactly happen.
Granted, you could also put two cards on it. You could put 2 Spirit Links on it, and then it's like you get
Wow.
So
I mean
for fun,
that
why not
that
just
could
put a
actually.
prime
I mean,
without
if you're playing the deck without tools for some reason with this, you could easily put 2 Spirit Links if you know that your opponent is playing Headringer. If you just want to keep it safe.
You
That.
absolutely should if that's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, but
So, I mean,
Because
pro
4
play
energy is a
incoming.
lot. Yeah, 4 energy is a lot, and 5 energy is like infinity. Like
Oh wait, you
I've
can't.
been-
You can't because of what Headringer says. Maybe it actually says that you can only have one.
can't because of what Headringer says.
what does headringer say?
You can't.
That you can
Why?
only put one of their tools on
That's
your
what all
opponent's
the tools
Pokemon.
say. Don't all the tools say that?
I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
I don't know
We'll
if
have to
double
check.
breaks that
I've
rule,
never-
but well, yeah.
Never really
Yeah.
read the text terribly.
Let's move on because instead of
Uh,
discussing the Pokemon, we discussed Headringer and
Also,
Pro Play.
also a weakness policy would probably be best for Tyranitar since fighting types are that much more powerful. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say just put the Spirit Link with the weakness policy with that.
Yeah, Abracadabra. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's because all the tools technically have that text, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
probably.
Is that in the FAQ?
Headringer puts this tool on one of your Pokemon EX that does not already have a tool. Oh well,
I
your
don't think that
opponent's.
really limits it though,
Huh.
does it?
I don't think. I think that is the rule that double breaks.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
Fox
sure
is
though.
saying, I'm pretty sure that you can actually do that because I'm pretty sure double intentionally says, okay, we get around that.
Yeah, 'cause that's what double's essentially
Is
supposed to
anyone
be,
interested in Sableye?
Let's see. Bewitching
Yeah,
Eyes.
Sableye's
That's
actually
true.
pretty cool. Sableye is actually pretty cool. With the Bewitching Eyes attack, it says
Mhm.
choose a supporter card from your opponent's discard pile and use it as the effect of this attack. So
Yeah.
you can make your opponent Juniper their own cards away if they had a Juniper in their discard pile.
I'm just
Or you
worried
could
about
do
getting.
anything else. Or
Yeah.
Sycamore.
I'm just worried
since
about the Latios Ariados deck killing this.
It's all about that Latios Ariados combo.
But I mean, you are using the
Okay.
effect, right? You're not forcing your opponent to use it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are using the supporter
Yeah,
card.
oh yeah,
effect,
you're using the effect. Yeah.
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 But I think your opponent will not really care about that, to be honest.
Well, I think it's relevant, but not.
I mean, it's relevant,
That's-
obviously, but if you're sitting with a hand that's not,
It
you
does
need to
cost
Sycamore
Dark.
under your first turn, you're not going to look at Sableye and be like, maybe he doesn't have a Sycamore in his hand, and we'll
No,
use
but if
mine.
that's
and-
also the case though. That means
It's
you
from
can
their
sort
discard
of
pile.
use 2 supporters a turn.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, that's
put
true.
hits and your
That's
opponent's
true.
second use it.
Right.
You're missing out on damage, though.
If this were an ability, it would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
French draw.
but the first turn, yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, it's also dead draw later. Oh, well, you can ultra ball it away and stuff. Yeah. Nothing else to say there. No weakness.
Oh yeah, Sableye's never really have weaknesses.
No.
It should have a fairy weakness though, because I mean, obviously it's
Because it makes
fairy.
Yeah, it
sense.
should have a fairy weakness now, but it doesn't.
I don't know why it doesn't. But
They're
anyway,
kind of slow.
Anybody interested in Inkay or Malamar?
Malamar is actually pretty cool too.
Trash
the trash tentacle attack.
or put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Oh, that's good.
Mhm.
For only one
Yeah,
energy.
so-
Bad.
You can
That's-
pair
yeah,
that
that's
with any of the evolutions and
That
muscles
is actually not a horrible. No,
Oh,
that's
and
really
it's
good.
stage 1, so we can get bonus damage off
Yeah.
evolutions.
it. That's
I mean,
about
if there's a control deck with hammers and stuff like that.
We could tech it in. It costs dark energy though.
it. Yes, I mean,
That makes it a little less exciting with like the evolutions of Vespa Queen
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
because then we actually have to play Dark Energy.
Or Rainbow Energy.
Yeah, but we just want to play double colorless is the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
what else?
let's move on. It's a common.
Yeah, it's anything else.
Beldum.
Beldum.
I don't think we need
Thoroughly
to talk
in the
about
Latios
Tang.
Metang.
Metagross.
We're gonna play this a lot in theme, I think. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, that theme deck looks interesting. Yeah. So you actually get 2 of these in that deck, right?
Yes, you get 2.
That's
And
kind of
this is a
interesting.
pretty powerful thing, really, especially for
Yeah.
theme.
Is it the
So
main
once you
Pokemon
set
it's
this
just
up-
revolved around?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 of it, and there's like full lines or whatever. So
I
yeah, this
see,
seems
I
pretty good. I also, if we end up playing Steel, Bronzong might like this, but I think we
Yeah.
already mentioned that somewhere.
It's kind of unfortunate that it's a stage 2 for that effect, but I mean, it's
stage 2.
You got red candies or
it's
whatever.
definitely, yeah. I mean, I think you're gonna use it if you're playing Metal. I bet you're gonna play this in the next format.
Right.
It would be a good substitute for Keldeo somewhat. It's not a perfect substitute, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's still,
Might play it,
it's still
might not.
stage 2.
Helps. I like the full art Metagross's art.
It has double.
It has double. Double damage, string points turn. That's a lot of damage.
I think the non-ancient trait is still more impressive than this one.
Yeah, I do too. What do we got? Registeel?
I mean,
Registeel.
I'm just looking at Metagross now, and I'm thinking Machine Gun Stomp, and you're just gonna play all those roller skates. You're just gonna dream the dream.
Clearly, you can play Kangaskhan to set it up.
Why do you play this, EX? Well, I want to draw cards.
Or you can play Sharon and Sharon.
Yeah.
This is
Oh.
a good excuse to play full art Sharon. I'm in.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, it's gonna be Tierno, yeah, because XY.
Yeah.
Wait, can we actually not play Sharon?
Well, yeah, we can't, because it's
I'm
the
so
same thing with
Is the
disappointed.
full art not reprint?
It's
Oh,
still
I don't
technically
know.
considered black and white.
I'm so
So
disappointed.
Tierno's gonna be the thing we can only use at this
That's
point.
wow. Now I'm not. Now I don't even want to play this deck anymore.
It's because it's not Sharon.
Yeah.
Full art Tierno, yeah.
Let's see. Registeel, meh. Anybody
Oh my
interested in
God.
Registeel? I see
Registeel?
coin flips. I want to move on.
I mean, I love all attacks that removes energies. I mean, that's why I play Sharpedo. So, I like it.
You can set it up
It's
in one
pretty cool
turn
with
with 2
Forbidden
Bronzongs.
Iron Hammer attack.
Yeah.
Or with 1 Bronzong, actually, because you can go double colorless and...
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I actually don't dislike this card. I think this might be one of those one-off tech cards.
In
Yeah,
metal
maybe.
decks, sure.
The Forbidden Iron Hammer is pretty cool, actually.
And then Ironhead is gonna clutch a game, and you're gonna be like, yeah,
Oh, maybe.
10 heads.
Hey, this is actually, amusingly, this is actually a really nice tech against Red Ice, because Forbidden Hammer kills Red Ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you need a guy,
if you need a guy, then get the
Heatran. Pretty
what,
sure we
big
get Heatran.
bubble thing from Big Hero 6. It's basically that, right?
Yeah.
But in a
Yeah,
Pokemon
I
form.
went down to Gardevoir.
Yeah. All right. Ralts, nothing.
Oh, we have to stop by real quick and say that Ralts is in the Latios bracket.
Yep, it is. It's too weak. Therefore,
weak,
it is
man.
not meta, and it
Too
will
weak.
never be used.
Gardevoir. I think Gardevoir looks interesting.
I'm wondering how we got all this. Oh, this is for the Gyarados deck, so that we don't have to worry. Like if we're playing against a matchup where they do bench damage.
So you're gonna play Tyranitar into
Just take
Gardevoir.
everything in the Gyarados. Honestly, at this point.
It takes
Wow.
all the damage off all your Magikarps. So then you
That's
can.
counterproductive for the
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
productive card you could possibly put in that deck. Oh my god.
Like, I wish it was a bit more healing.
Yeah,
For a
yeah,
stage
Flip
2.
around. If it just healed one thing every turn, that would be nice. But I don't know. I'm wondering how we got to the point where we needed like fresh water set every turn.
Yeah.
Fresh water set's not good.
I mean, it does somewhat supplement those Pokemon with the ancient trait that doubles the amount you get healed. So you get healed 40
Yeah.
damage. Yay.
Yay. Are there any good ones though? There's no good healing, right? of that ancient trait Pokemon.
Aside from Mega Sceptile now.
I mean, they're all basic, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all
You
basic.
can see Ralts' eyes, so you can.
I did not see Ralts' eyes. That is such an odd artwork. The
The
Ralts.
Ralts one.
I think it's kind
Yeah.
of cute.
Like, what
I
is he
think
doing?
Ralts is
Is
cute.
he looking through like bricks or something?
Yeah, he's obviously spying on
from
someone.
light.
And then,
Brick wall?
let's see, is there like a story here? He's looking through the brick wall. He's, well, okay. No. How that step makes, no, okay. Never mind.
Alright, moving on.
Whimsicott? Cottony? Cottony's in the Latios bracket.
Well, actually.
The Latios easy mode bracket.
Yeah. Latios 1 energy, you're dead. That's,
In fact, Whimsicott is in the Latios bracket.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Musicata stage 1 Pokemon is within the Latios bracket.
The
So
Latios.
the cool thing though with this card is you can use Windy Mischief after putting all the damage counters onto a Dusknoir,
yeah.
and bam, there you go.
It's unfortunate that it's an attack and not an
That
ability
is
when
the
you
combo
play it.
like most likely going to be using with the Whimsicott.
Oh, somebody in the chat brought up the Gardevoir with Entei plus 2 hard charms.
Wow, yeah.
So, bringing it
kinda
farther up.
interesting. Entei is going to be a thing now.
Gardevoir Entei. Let's make it happen.
And then you play Slurpuff to draw power, and yeah, never mind.
Giratina? Anybody for Giratina?
Giratina.
Giratina.
I
Honestly,
mean,
think Giratina sucks. Let's move on. No, I was kidding.
yeah, it's a horrible card.
Giratiina's actually
Does
pretty
nothing.
Well, I'll say I don't want to ever get attacked by Giratina.
No,
I
it's
think it says
horrible.
170 HP too. It's very hard to see. The glare is.
Yeah, I
like,
can't.
Yeah,
I
it's,
can't see.
I
the
think it's
HP at all.
170, yeah.
I don't pretend to know.
it is 300 HP. All right. So Renegade was it Renegade Pulse? I think that says Renegade Pulse. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon.
I scrolled
pretty
down to
cool.
the full art one, and it is 170 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go then. Confirmed.
Yeah. The fact that you ignore Megas, that's not irrelevant. I mean, yeah. It's just a good ability overall, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I
Really
agree.
good.
Yeah, the Mega Immunity is relevant. The attack is good. I don't see how this thing can be completely unplayed. 4 energy is a lot, but we can get there.
I mean, this is
And
one of
it's-
those
and-
cards that people have been hyping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like wow.
And we have
Vile Plume and
Dragon.
this.
I mean, this has to come
So, yeah,
together somehow, right?
Vile Plume plus this is the combo people are trying to put together for
Yeah.
a deck. It seems like it'd
then-
be pretty crazy.
It can be crazy.
You'll,
Yeah.
Not only will you be item locked, you'll be stadium locked, special energy locked, and Pokemon tool locked,
Yeah.
as well as
Somebody in
Mega
the chat
locked.
brought up, Abracadabra brought up the Mega Rayquaza Dragon deck. Can play this pretty effectively with double dragons and whatever.
Oh, and like the restaurants maybe?
Yeah.
Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
well, yeah, you could like double Reshiram this and then put a double dragon on it and attack with it on like turn 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
That
I mean
sounds like a
obviously
cool-
that's the nut draw or whatever, but you know,
Yeah, that's pretty
if
nuts.
you can play one of this in that deck and then have that option.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I think if
it's
you're gonna
also-
play this, you're gonna make your deck around this combo,
Oh, for sure.
right? You
Yeah,
wanna
for
you
sure.
want
I
you
mean-
want it to be a lockdown as soon as possible. That's
Yeah, that's the
you don't want
I
it as a one-off trick, really.
Right. Well, I think the thing is that most decks would have to commit to this, and that deck can have it as a one-off trick fairly easily.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it needs it.
So how good is this gonna be?
For sure.
How good is this going to be?
Hmm.
Well, it has
Maybe
to be fairly-
might be meta. Who knows?
Yeah, it might be really
If
good.
It's a-
people find
it's a
ways
tricky
to
one.
accelerate this quickly enough, I'm pretty sure it could be meta.
Yeah.
And we kind of have them.
I mean, right. It also stops your opponent from playing stadium, so you actually protect your own stadium.
Yeah, you also
So-
stadium lock. This
that's
attack
really
does a
good.
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
only
great against-
stops your opponent from using Pokemon
Yeah,
tools.
and it's great
stuff.
against the double hard charm deck because they can't play their hard charms.
Oh. And
That is the main
You can
selling
just-
point.
you can
I am
megaphone them.
convinced.
Hey,
Latios can't kill it first turn. I mean,
That's right.
It can't attach the muscle band that it wants to.
This is
attach.
clearly a format-defining card because Latios can't kill it.
because Latios. If it is Latios proof, there, then it is
Yep.
meta.
definitely.
GG Worlds.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be irritated by this card at some point. I bet.
Yeah, we're most likely going to see a lot of this.
I mean,
yeah.
all the decks that play very, very few energies, it's just gonna cry when that happens, right?
Yeah. It's the thing is, we're also losing, what's it called? Cobalion, so yeah. Discarding
Yeah.
its special energies to do attacks is not going to be as easy as it used to be.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely gonna try it. See how it works. Anyway,
Gumi?
spoilers.
Gumi.
Gumi?
Gumi.
Water
It
energies,
dies
anyone?
instantly by one Latios attack without any damage amplifiers.
But
It's
water
the
energies,
Gumi that
anyone?
wanted to be Eevee, right? But it just found
I'm
friends
not even
instead.
sure that's true. It doesn't evolve.
Yeah, I know. It just found friends. Energy.
Slippery Gudra. What are we even getting out of this Gumi? Gudra? Liquid blows.
Gudra.
20 damage from your opponent's Pokemon for each its retreat cost. Shining.
So the thing is, with this liquid blow attack, is it can attack any Pokemon on the bench.
Mhm.
So it can attack active and the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Wait.
Yeah,
but it
and of
has
course
to
if
be
you-
based off of the one that it's hitting.
Yeah, so it's double colorless. You can pair that with like maybe, what is that one called? Jellicent, and that stadium.
I'm just gonna
You
say
try
right
to
now,
lock
it's
your
a stage
opponent's
2,
active,
so that attack
and
will
it
not
must
be good.
attack their bench. Yeah, and of course it is stage 2.
Makes sense.
I mean,
Okay, help me out, Chad. Does it or
Yeah.
does not Mega Sceptile get around? But does it or doesn't not get around Giratina? Oh, it does not. They're talking about Giratina's Giratina's immunity to Mega and Mega Sceptile's stop ability. Mega Sceptile cannot damage Giratina normally.
Yeah, because I think it only stops the effects.
It stops the
On
effects on that Pokemon. Yeah, if stop could affect things like immunity to damage on your opponent's Pokemon, that would be a serious ability. Like
That would
if
have
it
been
got through
insane, yeah.
Aegislash or whatever.
that would
I
be
mean,
insane.
obviously, Aegislash probably isn't so much.
But
of a
yeah, it
problem for
just
Sceptile,
mentions things that target you, right?
but it only
Yeah.
makes you immune to things. Not it doesn't help your.
Oh
it
my
doesn't stop
god, that
your
would have
opponent
been
from being immune.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, if it had like Shred or whatever as well, basically.
Yeah, if it had a shred ability, that'd be pretty cool.
If Stop
But
was that
anyway,
good, Stop would see
I
a
don't-
lot more play if that was the
It
case.
definitely
I-
would, that's for
I
sure.
kind of like Liquid Blow is neat, but I still don't think Gudra.
I don't. No, this is not good enough.
Ah,
Meowth.
40 damage, stage 2. Yeah.
It's funny that Meowth has Act Tough. And it
Meowth?
has
He's just
Dark
acting
Energy
tough.
synergy.
I mean, he's on the beach. He's having fun. He's winking at someone.
For me, the Dark Energy synergy is just way out of left field here because Persian doesn't.
It
care that
is.
at all. Like, there's a bunch of cards in this set that have that. Like, they have like, oh, if you put this specific kind of energy that's not their own type on them, they do this, and I'm just kind of like, what?
But it's colorless though. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm at Persian right now. I guess that's not really interesting.
I think Persian's in one of the theme decks. Looks pretty good for that.
Yeah, it is. I think it's 2.
Is it?
That you get 2 in that deck.
Okay.
I'm
Think
not
of it
sure,
this way, though. If you put a muscle band onto it, and you get the heads with the coin flip, and you're paired with, and you're paired
Oh.
with any of the evolutions, and get super effective
You're
damage.
Okoing.
You can okay Oko
Sounds
like just a
Great.
regular EX.
For a double colorless at that. That's totally not better than Vespiquen.
I mean, Vespiquen, you need things in the graveyard first. This you just need to equip.
Yeah, this just you don't need anything. You just go.
What is this compressor that I've heard about?
Smile
I don't even.
Compressor?
Does anyone want to look at the actual Eevee in this set?
Nothing really
Uh,
interesting about the EV.
I mean, we've been spoiled with the other EV already, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it dies
Oh,
Latios,
okay.
so I mean.
Yeah, it does die to Latios.
The Porygon
Also dies to
evolution
Latios.
line is interesting.
I
It's-
love
Yeah, they have
Data
interesting attacks.
It's
Can we
really
stop
interesting.
at
It's like tech attacks. It's
I
like
really love
supportive
Data Check.
attacks throughout the whole thing.
Data Check's my favorite.
Data check, look through your deck, shuffle your deck afterwards.
Yeah, you just look at your deck and shuffle. It's fine.
Yeah.
Then you get
Cyber Crush is pretty cool, though.
Cyber Crush is
Or-
very cool.
Yeah. The only problem is that obviously it's a
see.
stage 2, and
Basically,
second
everything
attack isn't
that
exactly
both
really
Porygon Z's are doing are amazing.
Cyber Crush is interesting. I mean, how much are you going to remove? Dragon, double, strong energies.
strong energies, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Mystery Energy on their goal bets.
Or flash energy. Well, I mean,
if
what's a flash
that's going
energy?
to see play, yeah.
Hint, hint. No, just
The
kidding.
dark energy is
Really-
pretty good though, right?
dangerous
Yeah,
energy.
that could be relevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be relevant, yeah. But I'm
Yeah,
not...
but aside from that,
If
there's-
this starts
I
getting
just-
played, I think people just stop playing all those energies except for double colors,
That's
though.
true. And it's not good against the grass deck, so
No.
yeah.
yeah.
It's just a stage 2. It's just
But the slowing beam is actually pretty cool. It has a nice little effect. the defending Pokemon's attacks cost 1 colorless more. So I mean,
Yeah. And then they're like, I'm just gonna attack anyway.
yeah, they're probably just
So,
gonna probably make them use another energy for like a chance that.
if it stayed
They
until
probably
your next turn, you could combo that with the whatever its name is, Godra, right?
Right.
20 more damage. Oh yeah.
I mean, well, actually, it's attack cost. It's not retreat cost.
Oh, it's attack cost.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not interested.
The other Porygon-Z is also interesting, but also just kind of too little, too late for from a stage 2, I think. Evolving all your bench Pokemon is a neat thing.
It has stop.
There's stuff you can do with that. That's for sure.
Stop.
You can. Hey, bats. If bats were grass Pokemons, do you know how broken this would be?
You can actually play it with bats.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. You, like, return everything. Next turn, you evolve everything.
Putting them Crobats back.
Yep. So that's interesting, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, again, the stage 2 thing is just kind of such a barrier.
Yeah.
Lugia? Who's hyped for Lugia?
Who's hyped for this card?
I was just checking out the.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that card.
The Porygon. I was looking at Porygon. I'm just like, it's so sad though, because like, they're interesting cards. They're just not.
Yeah, they're just not quite there.
They're just not quite there. No. All right, Lugia. Oh, Mewtwo number 2.
It's funny to call it the
Or
Mewtwo
Lugia.
number 2.
I honestly was. I didn't realize it had this deep hurricane attack until recently. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad
the
attack.
Hurricane deck does a bunch of damage. It does, like, if you have 4 energy on this, it does more damage than your Aero Ball does if they have no energy. By a lot. So, assuming there's a stadium, which there always is. So.
Yeah.
Gonna
I mean, in
tech
the next
paint-
format, there's going to be stadiums all over the place. So.
We're going to tech in Paint Roller and 0 energy attackers against Lugia's Deep Hurricane and Aero Ball.
But it's definitely a good one. It's definitely a good, I mean, replacement for Mewtwo. Right?
Yep. Yeah, for
The
sure.
resistance is good. The weakness is probably good. I mean, not relevant
Weakness is very,
with
very
that.
bad.
Well, actually, oh, right. Against Jolteon, right. And Raichus.
Jolteon, Raichu,
And Manectrix. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst card. Let's move on.
But you can't.
It's not the worst card.
That's not the worst card.
Altaria.
And
will
Altaria is in the
invalidate
form.
that
Yeah.
weakness.
And you
No,
can
that's
tech
true.
in your Rayquaza deck with your Hoopa and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, how many would you play? You would play a one-off of those? Of this one?
Yeah, I would play one.
For sure.
I feel like this
Right.
is a one in the card deck. Mewtwo has not been playable for a while.
No.
Not as like a main attacker. He's been a.
And
okay,
will,
we're gonna play
will
one
this
Mewtwo.
one be good enough? I guess it depends on which ones.
It'll be a card you play, but not as the main attacker in a deck.
No.
Is what I think.
I mean, the
Unless
second
the
attack,
format's
though,
very
is pretty
strange.
good.
Yeah, but it's still 4 energy. I mean, I get you can
Yeah.
do double colors, but there's only so many times you can do that.
Yeah, but think of all the times you're gonna put a lot of.
And then Porygon C comes out and like, haha.
Like Mewtwo does anyway.
Yeah. It's
Remove
like
those.
it's like the second attack on Vespiquen. Like it's like really cool that it has it, but it's not what you're playing the card for.
Yeah, but you know the amount of times when people put like crazy amounts of energy onto their Mewtwo's anyways to get
Oh,
that
absolutely.
crazy amount of damage.
Yeah.
That could essentially be its substitute
For sure.
if it still wasn't enough damage.
And it's also true, mention
No, this
that
is
this can
definitely
actually be found with Winona compared
yeah,
to
Yeah,
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo as well. Yeah.
Weren't any great synergies to go get Mewtwo, but it's about the same.
Hey, we have
doesn't-
Ultra Ball.
Yeah. It doesn't kill itself efficiently, which is nice. Except for,
Yeah.
when itself is already set up.
Yeah, but
But,
it's
yeah,
definitely
no,
going
we
to see
should-
play. I mean, this one
for
will
sure.
see play.
Can't not.
It can't not.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've had this card in standard for 3 years, so I guess we can talk about Ace Trainer.
Ace Trainer.
We're talking about Ace Trainer now. Okay. I was
Yeah,
still looking at
let's-
Lugia.
Or do you wanna mention something else on Lugia? Or?
No. We're good. We're good.
I don't know.
Ace
Fighting
Trainer.
No. Batman.
Ace Trainer Bananas. Play this as a one-off, and you just win some games with it.
Yep, it's like N. Except for you could play like a million Ns because, obviously N is N.
Yeah,
Yeah.
N is an N.
But you,
Oh.
I mean, I think every deck
This
list
is
that I've
definitely
seen
not gonna
in the
miss
next format, everyone plays one of this.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
There's like no deck that
100%.
doesn't play this.
You would have to be really, 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 really aggressive to not play this, and I think even then you probably still would.
Yeah.
Because if you were that aggressive, you'd be a battle compressor deck, and then you can just put this in the graveyard and not worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not so bad for turn 1 prize cards that your opponent have taken, maybe. You
Can I
instantly
can I
give
just
them,
mention
like,
that
3
Seeker and
cards,
Compressor
or
is too
6.
good?
Seeker and
Can I-
Compressor are too good. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, can I just mention that?
Yeah,
Like
it's,
Seeker, you can play
It's
one
true.
of this card,
Yeah.
and you know that even if I want to use it more, I still have Seekers to do that. Which
Fox
is
is
just-
hating
Now,
on
when you say
Ace.
Seeker,
man.
do you mean via Seeker or the
Yeah,
old
via
Seeker?
Seeker. Yeah, I don't mean the old Seeker. That was also bananas.
Oh,
That
I
card
meant
is
the
just
I meant the
They
verse
probably
Seeker.
should never have printed the card Seeker.
No, that was just insane.
That was not something we needed in this
No.
game.
At least I couldn't remove the active, like get mattered. All right, Ace Trainer. It's a good card. It's gonna see play. Every deck is gonna play one.
Most
I don't think there's any deck that doesn't have space for this.
Yeah.
Especially when N is gone, you just put one of these in there.
Yeah, the thing is that like even though it's like not the most amazing thing in the world, it's just so easy to play one.
Yeah.
Like just battle compressor it and not worry about it.
Yep.
It's almost free.
And whenever you don't
Yeah.
need it, you're just gonna discard its other effects. So, I mean,
Never worry about it.
Of course, of course.
Their Spirit Links are in this set.
All Spirit Links for Mega
let's,
Ampharos, Mega
let's just skip
Tyranitar,
the Spirit
and Mega
Links, right?
Sceptile.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Spirit Links
that's
are
all
Spirit
There's a
Links.
link.
They're there.
and it's still
Go
rocking
over-
that 80s hair. No.
Much 80s hair. Wow. Echo Arm.
Echo Arm.
A card that a very strange subset of the community is excited about.
Do you see? It's getting the hard charm back. Look at it.
That's not
Yeah,
actually out of
hard
the
charm.
question.
Do you know how good Entei is now?
Just because of this card and this card alone.
All the signs point to Entei.
Because
I
see
mean-
it in the back roaring too.
It's not. I don't know. Why are they excited about this? Can you?
Tool
do
drop.
you
It's
know?
pretty cool. I mean, if you get
Tool
your
drop,
Spirit
yeah.
Links and
It's
you
tool
like
drop.
throw them away early game, or if one of your Megas
Now,
are
let
just
me start by
KO'd
disclaiming
with
that
one.
I don't think this is actually that important, but Tool Drop can recover all of their tools when they get megaphoned. That is why people are excited about this card.
Yeah, yeah. Getting your tools back is something we don't already have, so that's pretty cool.
It's just another thing. Speaking of things we don't already have, Energy Recycler.
Dun dun dun.
Well, we
Yeah, so
definitely
that
already
can
have
be
this,
somewhat
but
a replacement
is-
for superior energy retrieval. Except
Yeah.
it puts them back into your deck. of
I
course.
think this is almost better.
solid.
Ish.
Then Superior Energy Retrieval, it's close. I mean,
I mean,
it
it depends on why you play it, I guess.
oh yeah,
If you play this just to make sure that you can get more energies,
but it's
Yeah,
relevant
it's
recovery.
good.
Some decks it's better, some decks it's worse. Like
Yeah.
Blastoise obviously would be hilariously worse, and
yeah,
other decks it would be
they're
nice.
now in my deck, and
Right.
that's that.
But yeah, I think the energy retriever, the energy recycler will work best with fairy types because of the
oh yeah,
Xerneas.
oh yeah, that's true.
Echo Arm
So you
for
can put them back into your
Headringers.
discard pile, into your deck, and yeah.
Headringers is that's
Echo
cool.
Arm for Headringers, yeah, that's true as well.
Because then
Alright,
you need
Faded
two.
Town.
You need two Headringers for Tyranitar.
And I don't think.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have 2 Headringers in your graveyard already, you've won, right?
Probably.
Unless you've discarded them, but I mean,
Yeah, or your opponent AZ'd their guy or whatever.
yeah,
I don't know.
it doesn't
I-
feel good enough.
I'm
for
guessing
me.
we're not going to play Echo Arm, but
I'm not gonna play
I've
it.
been wrong before.
I mean,
I might just to test it out, of course, just see how useful it is.
yeah,
I would play one and Tool Drop all the time.
but I would play Energy Recycler.
And I
All
would
right,
definitely
so
play
Faded Town. Should we talk about Faded Town now?
I think, well, Faded Town is just pretty much going to replace Mountain Ring as the, if I don't have a stadium, I play this.
Yeah, so I suppose if you don't really have anything that can utilize a
Mm.
stadium.
But relevantly,
so-
it is insanely more powerful than Mountain Ring is.
Yeah, it's essentially a poison, but it's twice as powerful, and it
Yeah.
hits even the megas on the bench.
Yeah, they're not safe in the bench setting up. I think this is Primal Groudon does not like this. I don't know if that means you can't play Primal Groudon or whatever, but it really hates this card.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on which cards will be popular, right?
Wriggles is mentioning Echo Arming Life do. That's relevant.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's still
yeah.
a bit. It's still in your deck though,
Right.
so it might be too slow.
Might be, but
But yeah, of course
that
it's
is a
relevant.
powerful interaction.
Is
I
life
think the
do
Life Steal
life do
allows it.
staying or is it rotating?
No, Life 2 is an ace spec.
It's rotating. All ace specs are rotating.
Oh, that face. Oh right, yeah, it's an aspect. Yeah.
Forest of Giant Plants, anyone? We can't not talk about this card.
Are we gonna sit here for 20 minutes and just discuss all the combos?
It would take
No.
discuss all the
I think
combos.
everyone sees the potential in this already. It's crazy enough.
Shifter is gonna kill you. And it's not actually. But it's
If
definitely
you've ever played Buttermilk you know how crazy this can get. So that's cool at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and now you can buttermilk with whatever you want. In fact,
Exactly.
I honestly think that the buttermilk deck is quite a bit better because now you can play the thing that has safeguard.
Any stage 2.
Yeah.
Any grass stage 2.
Well,
yeah.
and relevantly, the thing that has safeguard, whatever.
Oh yeah, the
Beautifly?
Beautifly.
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty nice for that deck.
yeah. I
Not
actually
that I
traded
think
for
that deck was good
Beautifly.
before,
Like
but
as soon as I
it's
saw
not
this
gonna
card, I
touch
was like, oh, Beautifly, and just traded for those immediately.
Broken time
Just
space.
in case.
Broken time space, indeed. It's broken vine space.
Oh, broken.
Broken Vine Space.
I stole that just completely from this article, actually.
Hi,
Or
Cole.
the other article on this site.
I just also want to say that I'm actually reading everything that is being said on chat. I just want to,
Yeah,
Just
I'm
so you
also reading everything that's being said on chat. We're just
Actually, Nergs is ignoring all of you. Don't listen to what he just
Actually, I hate all of you. Yeah. Why are you even here? In my
there's
home.
infinite things that this does.
Yeah, but
including just
forest.
completely warp stage 2s for grass. It basically,
You're all-
to me, it stages down every grass Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like stage 2s are now stage 1s and stage
Yeah,
1s are now
yeah.
just basics. In terms of
Exactly.
like
I'm just
what
glad
they're
it didn't
thinking of as
exclude
playability.
Megas.
The one thing
yeah.
that this card does, though, well, I guess you will play this instead of rare candies, right? That's basically how that works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you just remove rare candies.
I mean, I guess you still could if you wanted to, honestly.
First turn Sceptile,
I'm pretty
folks.
sure it'll work. Rare candies.
You would still do rare candies if you play this? Because the thing is, if you want to play an evolutionary line, you have to play like
I don't know.
3-3-3. You're never gonna play 3-2-3, or are you still gonna do that?
Well, with Rare Candy, you always played like 3-1-3.
Yeah, but if you play this, I mean, you
if you
obviously
play
want the
this-
middle step more.
If you play this, you might as well
Broken
play the full
Vine
step. Yeah.
Space.
Hard to say. Again, I savagely stole that from this site. The review article on this site was talking about Broken Vine Space.
Huh.
It's definitely a good
best-
card. I mean,
But
it's gonna
yeah,
see so much play. It's
This
gonna be
card's sweet.
everywhere.
It's the first thing that I'm trading for in a few hours when this set comes out. Yeah, I have no goal basically that's anything more of a priority than getting forest or giant plants.
Yeah.
Although, you know,
Yep.
we'll see.
Although life.
Well, we'll see. You never know where formats are going to go. So,
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think
so-
we can be definitely sure that this is gonna see play, though. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
the
It's
format
going to
is
see
gonna
play.
be.
It's going to see play today.
Yeah.
I'm
going to play tonight.
Well, for me, it's gonna be tomorrow, so I can still ignore this
Well, for
and
me,
be
it's,
like, ah,
for me,
life.
it's 9:50 in the morning. So,
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah.
luck with that.
Oh, your Pacific time. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the next like 20 days until the rotation is gonna be a bit weird.
yeah, Reclusive.
And
I'm
the-
Pacific time. I just have a very, very odd sleep schedule.
I bet. Jeez.
All right. I mean, yeah. We can just look at this card, say it's broken, and move on, I guess.
Sure. On to ReclusiveSlowbro's favorite card, if I'm hearing right.
Yeah.
Hexmania. I like this card.
I like it too.
I really
it's
like
The
it.
artwork is awesome.
Of course. I really like Hexmaniac in general, just because of the
The art's
Hexmaniac.
great.
But the
Where's our
ability
full
is
art?
also cool.
Where's our full art? Anyone else?
I know
Where's our
Japan
full
got a full art of this card, and we
Oh, they
got a
did?
full art, and we
Oh my
didn't.
god.
Yeah, they got full art.
I'm like,
Hexmaniac
wow,
and Ace
I'm,
Trainer,
I'm actively angry now.
and
That's
we got
cheating.
Steven. We got Steven, guys.
Although
All right,
Steven
I'm done.
does look
End of
extremely
stream.
dapper.
Bye, guys. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, Hexmaniac. It's both necessary
Just
and
like exit
wonderful.
the thing right away.
Also, I just want to mention with Fox, the rare candy will not work with Forest of the Giant Plants. I just meant if you're going to play both cards in the same deck, basically. Not if they comboed or not.
I'm inclined to think you're not, but who knows? You might still play one rare candy.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, Hexmaniac. Is this one of those that's going to see one in each deck, right?
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah, most likely it'll
Because
see a deck
of-
of one in most decks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there will be more than Ace Trainer. I think there will be some decks that don't play this if they just don't care.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that's
more
definitely
importantly,
true.
if they have a bunch of abilities that they want to be on, they probably won't
Exactly.
bother playing Hexmaniac. But
I mean, Vileplume decks will play this for that one turn that they need their trainers, right?
Wriggles,
Yeah,
the
you
full
can
art
also
is in
use it
Japan.
to cancel out the Belly Plume.
Yeah,
Wriggles, the full art is in Japan and not here, and that's why we're angry.
sadly.
Yeah. It's only in Japan.
But yeah.
Which is fine in paper because you can just, you know.
But what
get
else does this stop? I mean, everyone thinks about Vileplume, right? That's basically...
it stops Vileplume.
bats.
That's the main thing. It stops bats for a whole turn. It stops Shaman and Unknown for a whole
Yeah.
turn. And obviously, if you have a pile of VS Seekers, you can just kind of lock them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it mostly stops Vileplume is the thing people are excited
Yeah.
about, but it stops a grand variety of things.
Yeah.
It stops all the safeguard Pokemon. It's like basically better than Silent Lab at doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's all you wanted anyway was the one turn.
Because
So
Silent
all the
Lab won't be as
safeguards-
good for safeguards anyway anymore.
Yeah, all the safeguards and barrier shields and all that stuff are all of those. This just completely deals with because you can just OHKO them while it's down and then you're done.
Yeah. It's definitely
Yeah,
an interesting card.
X-Maniac does a lot of stuff, and pretty much everybody's probably going to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's never going to be two in one deck, right? You're only going to play one ever.
I feel like there could be a deck that plays two or whatever,
Really?
but
Is it?
I don't know what it is.
I
In
don't
a
know.
specific metagame, I mean, the thing is, you can't VS Seeker for this if you're Vileplume locked.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
That's
might
for
want
sure.
to play two if there's a
Yeah,
ton
yeah.
of
That's. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
not
look-
run 4?
Why? Because then you're there with your starting hand. You're like three of this
Why not?
and a basic. Yeah.
Why not
But,
Zoidberg?
yeah, what you want to do is you want to get a bunch of VS Seekers in your hand and then Hex Maniac and then pick it up while you're Hex Maniacing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, this card's very, very good and also very, very
Well,
necessary.
I guess you
Wonderful.
would Hex Maniac and be a Seeker for whatever supporter you need for the next turn. Because you don't.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's
oh,
it.
this
I
is
mean,
next.
you can do a
Somebody
Sycamore
in
or
chat
something.
just brought up that it stops all the evolutions weakness
Yeah.
thingamabob for a
Yes.
turn, which could
Yeah, yeah.
be a game
Yep.
if you keep your opponent off
That
of killing.
is, yeah, that could be the difference between winning or losing a game.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy.
That's very true. Yeah,
Double ball?
that's really really true.
Level ball, anyone?
Double ball. Moving
Level
on.
ball, reprint, pretty cool.
Everybody
Well,
knows
level
how
ball.
this works, but it's great.
It's
And
not
I'm-
double ball. Oh.
The main thing I would comment on is that Vespa Queen absolutely adores this, and
Yeah, and Bronzongs,
Given
I think.
And
Given that
evolutions.
literally
And
everything in
evolutions.
Vespa Queen deck. Yeah,
And
including all the
Ariados.
evolutions,
And, yeah.
Ariados likes it. Everyone likes it. It helps Vileplume set up if they're interested.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
In the deck where it's good, it's gonna be bananas. In the
It's
rest,
gonna be
they will
that
just
deck is
keep
a
playing
lot.
Ultra Balls. Or
Yeah.
will you mix level balls and Ultra Balls, or will you just choose one, which is better for your deck, and go with
So
that?
currently I play Plasma, which involves Plasma Balls, and I can say that you do mix them because sometimes you want to find stuff that's not what your ball is intended to find, because
Mhm.
you want to play like Shamans or Hoopas or whatever else. Maybe
Yeah.
not Hoopas, because if
I
you're
mean,
level,
I also really like Ultra Ball with the Shaman. I mean, just discarding 2 cards that you don't need for the moment to draw 2 extra cards.
Yeah.
When you Shaman, it's pretty good.
sure, that helps.
Yeah,
But yeah,
of
you
course.
play a mix for that reason too.
Yeah.
Level Ball is greater than Great Ball. Great Ball is just not a crazily good card, but
Yeah.
yes,
I mean, if you
Yeah,
had,
well,
if you
Great
were
Ball is-
forced to play Great Ball, you would play Great Ball. But yeah.
theme decks. Yeah, but I don't think we can say a whole ton on this.
Also,
card.
for everyone that plays PTCGo, you can actually get this card for free if you.
Yeah, if you enter the codes, I think it's just like card sets.
Yeah, it's
You
the
get
last.
the Rallying Cry theme deck.
Yeah.
And like Rallying Cry theme
So
deck.
I think I have 10
Don't
of this
already
at the
have
moment.
level ball. There's a way to get it, but the important thing
Yeah,
is
for
that
free.
it's back in standard and its presence will be felt.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
definitely gonna see
Lucky
it.
Helmet.
Lucky Helmet.
Have you read Entei? Because it can has 2 of these and.
That's 4 cards if someone hit it.
I feel like they just put this in because they wanted to imagine the double.
Probably.
Maybe.
Nicole is too
It's-
cool. The servers are going back up in approximately 4 hours from when they went down, which was an hour ago. So 3 hours if you
Well,
want.
they estimate 4 hours, so it might be 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, plus
Sometimes
Pokemon
it doesn't
decks, so probably 8 or 9.
The one thing I want to say when I see this card is like, it's a trap. That's
It's very much a trap.
It's such a
Yeah,
trap.
To me, it's a trap entirely. Like maybe in Magic or something like that, this would be worth it. But 2 cards is.
But even
so
in Magic,
low
this is
value.
kind of a trap card.
Oh, there's tons of these cards in Magic.
yeah.
And I think
Full,
that they're
it's a line up.
significantly better there when you don't just get to draw 7 constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like
Those
cards
are
are
pretty
like
cool
way more
cards.
valuable in Magic, and these cards still aren't good.
Because instead of this, you would just play Acrobike. I mean,
Right. Or anything. I don't know.
because you can't play a card to it. It
then
gives
what
your
happens
opponent
when
the
your
decision, right?
Yeah, it does.
So
And
that's
they
not really
can
good.
give Lysander a different guy. You don't get like
Yeah,
it's just so-
exactly.
and it's just
Yeah.
a deterrent, right?
But it is using a Lysander just to get something out
And-
aside from attacking the lucky.
Well, right,
the
but I
lucky
mean,
helmet.
if they're gonna attack, they're gonna attack.
If you put these out and he Vileplumes and he's like, hey, you're just gonna draw trainers anyway.
If Lucky Helmet makes you deck out,
Exactly.
yeah, there you go. You can get decked out. I don't know.
Oh, that's true.
About this.
I would say that's worth it though. Playing a lucky helmet and making your opponent forced to Lysander one of your other Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's a good trade-off.
But that's the thing is they're not forced to Lysander.
Yeah, but
So that's what you do. You play Shaman, you put Lucky Helmet on it on the bench, so that whenever they decide to just get an easy knockout, you get 2
The
cards.
spot where this actually forces them to Lysander is only when you're like drawing dead, and at that point, even then, they can still just do nothing. It's leaving too much of it in your opponent's hands, is what I think.
Yeah. There's also person in my comment section also put they could potentially deck you out. Well, I guess it kind of does depend though, really, on the Pokemon that you have with Lucky Helmet.
I don't know about getting decked out or whatever, but yeah, it's just no.
At one point though, it could, like late game. There's still that possibility.
The one time it's good, it's when you double it. All right.
And even then, it's questionable.
If it said like you take 20 less damage as well.
Oh yeah, if it said another thing that was good, then yes. If it was this tacked onto an already good thing, that would be great, because the other thing would be good.
Then again, they couldn't. I guess it would be 10 damage.
I'm just imagining 2 helmets on a Pokemon.
It's the elephant in boots problem.
So Entei's okay, yeah.
Lysander's back, or here still, or whatever you want to call it. Lysander's probably here for another year because it got printed in this. So if you hate Lysander, sorry. I love it. So.
I don't mind this card so much because this is one of those cards.
I'm just excited to get to play my full art Lysanders for a long time.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I finally got 2 of those.
It feels like the format needs this, right? Or any format needs this.
Pretty much. If we don't have this, it has to be something else.
Yeah. And I think this is actually a balanced way of doing it. When it's a supporter, you can only do it as the 1 card for a turn. I think it's fine. Though, Seeker makes it a bit too good. But whatever. But I think Seeker does that to any supporter, really. But yeah.
Pretty much. Paint Roller, anyone?
I love this card.
Paint Roller's pretty cool.
I love this card. The one thing I want to know, though, how does it work in Pokemon? Do you need to see a stadium in play when you play it, or can you just play it and draw a card?
Yeah, that is completely unclear and is different on literally every card. I'm guessing on this one you have to have a stadium in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it isn't necessarily. It is a little difficult with that text. Maybe
it's one thing that annoys me about Pokemon is there's occasional cards where it's very not clear if you have to pick something on them or if you have to have something or whatever. And some kinds.
Because it says discard any stadium card in play, then draw a card.
But it says any.
I just had to kind of learn which ones are which.
I mean, there's only going to be 1 stadium up at all times.
Right.
Yeah. But you can pick one of them.
Well, what do you mean pick one? There's only 1.
Pick one of the one that you see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you don't need to see a stadium in play, it will be. I don't mind playing for this just to draw an extra card.
Draw an extra card. If it just says draw a card, that makes me think that it doesn't say that.
Yeah, because it would be too good, right?
Stadium initiative, just Paint Roller them.
Yeah, you kind of have to not care about what stadium is in play at that point too. I feel like you could play this in the Forest Giant Plants decks because you don't actually have to keep that stadium in play all day, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This, in the Forest, that's definitely something, because then in the mirror match, you don't help your opponent.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, too. I mean, because in the Forest Giant Plants deck, you can just put the Forest in, use it, and then be done with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, if you use it to evolve your Vileplume, all of a sudden you can't play your Paint Roller, so this seems a little off from actually working.
I guess, that's true, that's true.
But somewhere in there, this card is going to get played.
Beautifly is going to be painted.
Oh my god.
Why would you just play Unknown? Well, you would also play Unknown, I would think, if you're interested in this sort of thing.
Yeah. Unknown is still the problem with that is the active thing with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it starts off as your active.
My favorite card in the set, not deterred by the fact that you can't do it while in the active.
On the active, yeah.
I
can't believe you didn't know that. That's funny. But yeah.
Well, it was the original translation didn't have that.
Oh, okay,
not the original translation, but the pre-translation.
The Japanese translation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sceptile has a Spirit Link. Tyranitar has a Spirit Link. I feel no need to comment on either of these.
They all have Spirit Links, right?
Everybody's got a Spirit Link.
Dangerous Energy.
We could call Dangerous Energy. I don't like this one very much, but it's probably decent.
It's all right. It's not that bad.
Yeah. I don't like adding special energies to my deck for no reason because I think not playing special energy is a really, really useful thing.
Exactly.
And this one is fairly low impact in my mind.
It's just a Rocky Helmet in form of
it's
energy.
probably. I mean, once you've got a couple of these on them, it becomes really difficult to attack.
Hey, Sharpedo is now good, man. I'm just calling it.
So wait, you're saying it's good because of this card?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Keep removing their energies, and once they attack, they just die.
Right.
okay, I can see that.
And you have the helmet on the Sharpedo. So you also draw 2 cards.
Yeah. The other special energy, however, I think is absolutely worth it.
The no weakness.
I do.
Flash energy
Yeah,
is
the
pretty
no weakness
awesome,
flash
actually.
energy. Yeah, I do kind of wonder where all the fighting damage is coming from in this format, but I'm sure we'll find it.
Yeah. So
Landorus
at least
leaving
it's good to be resistant to fighting types.
Yeah.
That's the greatest part about it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but the weakness on the electric Pokemon definitely was often glaring.
I'm just thinking, which electric Pokemon will you put it on, right?
Manectric.
Manectric.
Yeah, Manectric, obviously.
Yep, Manectric.
Yeah.
Easy mode.
For sure. Manectric.
I was thinking Raichu, and I was like, it's
Ampharos,
so
too.
low HP anyway. But yeah, Manectric is obviously great with this one. Yeah. God. Why isn't there any good darkness Pokemon? I mean, except for Sharpedo. Because I feel like the darkness energy could be good.
Right.
You and your Sharpedo nerds.
I love it. But yeah, I think Dangerous Energy could have been good if there was a good dark,
Somebody said we need a
Pokemon.
stadium card that doesn't allow the opponent to use any stadium cards, and that stadium card is called Giratina EX.
Yeah. Well,
or Ninetales. Ninetales does that too, where it locks
Yeah.
your own stadium.
yeah.
But I mean,
Or you can just put you can put Ninetales into play without a stadium in play,
Yep.
yeah.
and just it stops them. But yeah, those are the ways.
How does
Alright,
that
look at all
work?
the full arts.
Like,
Full arts.
lore-wise, how does that work? It just sits there and be like, nope.
Oh, Machamp does get a full art. I don't know why I thought Machamp didn't get a. Machamp
It
didn't
does.
get a full
It
art.
does. I don't like it. I don't like most full arts. I like the full arts I like in
This
this
one
set
looks
are
a little
Hoopa.
too plain, though, in my opinion. Machamp.
The ones I like in this set are Hoopa. That full art looks nice to me. In my personal,
Oh, yeah.
completely irrelevant to anyone else's opinion. I like Kyurem's full art a lot. It looks very
Yeah,
great.
Kyurem looks pretty cool. What is that above
Uh,
it? Like a floating island.
Yeah, I don't know, but it looks neat.
It's neat,
I
it's
like
neat.
Giratina's full art all right. The Steven full art looks amazing, and
I like the
Steven's
coloration
art.
in Tyranitar's full art.
Right.
That looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm hoping that Vileplume wants Steven just so that I can play Steven. I'll probably if Vileplume is a deck that likes Steven, I'll probably play Vileplume just to play this full art Steven. Lugia
Yeah, that Giratina looks sinister.
Giratina.
That is cool. I
Yeah,
like that.
Giratina's looks great. I have always hated Mega Full Arts, and all of the ones in this set just follow that path for me.
Wait, is that a secret? Wait, what? Does Mega Tyranitar? Oh, it's a full art. Okay, I was like, it looked weird to me. I don't know why. I thought it looked like a
Yeah.
regular borderline.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
full art.
the
Yeah.
full arts in the set overall are pretty much the normal amount of me liking them or not to me.
Steven is a good-looking one, though.
Steven
Oh my God,
looks dapper.
Steven.
Steven full
I
art.
mean, he
is
looks
just so
great, but I mean, dang it, I hate this card.
Yeah, I hate it too.
He looks great because you can see less of the text on this card.
I mean, the only reason to see play with this one, it's probably because of Vileplume. If it ever,
I have to imagine that. It seems like a thing.
yeah, it's the
Ampharos,
only combination that I can think of.
Is going to be big. Ampharos Vileplume, because you can paralyze your guy and then they have item lock, so it's hard for them to get it out of the active. I don't see it, but you can be
I
right.
I think Ampharos is a bit too slow for Vileplume.
Vileplume's slow and Ampharos is slow, so they're perfect harmony, right? I don't know.
I'm not sure
like you
about
have to
that. I
play
mean,
a
if you
ton
play
of cards.
Vileplume, you want something that is attacking fast, right?
Let's say we play like a 3/3/3 line of Vileplume and like a 3/3 line of Ampharos, and then all of a sudden that's what 15 Pokemon.
I still think it's a
Assuming we
little
want
too much.
nothing else, and then we need 4 Forest of Giant Plants basically, so that's 19. I don't know. This takes a lot of cards.
Yeah. What are you gonna combo with Vileplume? Oh yeah, never mind.
You could
Never
compliment
mind.
so many things with
Groudon,
There's,
Kyogre, Rayquaza are not secrets and can come in the same box as an actual secret. Oh, that's neat. What he's talking about are the new Golden Mega.
Yeah, the secret
Whoa.
Megas. Well, the secret primals and Mega Rayquaza.
I can't stand looking at these, and I'm guessing I'm going to have to look at the Rayquaza. So I'm not happy.
I don't
with
mind them. I like the brightness.
I like the Groudon. I just like.
I don't mind
yeah.
the Groudon, the most of them, but Kyogre looks absolutely just.
I actually meant the card. I don't meant the actual artwork card. I just meant the card in general.
Oh, you like the healing, or you like Primal Groudon?
I just like the Primal Groudon.
I like turtles. No, just kidding. All right.
What do you think of? What does everybody think of the healing? I think you're maybe. Gonna
It's
pull
all right.
one
It's
Rayquaza, and
definitely
that's
not
it.
the best ancient trait, but I mean, if they have damage prior to that,
Yeah, I just
healing
think
all
that
of it's not too
barrier
bad.
and whatever it is that Kyogre has are just a mile better than healing Rayquaza,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to play one of at least in my Rayquaza decks, I would assume.
Maybe
But
you could
overall,
essentially just.
overall, these cards are just horrible to look at, which is probably why I won't play a Rayquaza. They're going to be way too expensive, and I just want nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I mean, if you get them, you get them. It doesn't really
Yeah.
change. Much,
Golden
honestly.
Trainer's Mail, Golden Energy Retrieval. I don't know. I like Trainer's
Yeah,
Mail.
just
so
stick
maybe
with
I'll get-
versions of those. They look
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm debating about whether I want to get more gold cards than just VS Seekers, because I do like the visual effect of having only one card be golden so you can find it. But-
Mhm. Yeah,
And
for
Trainer's
sure.
Mail is the opposite of a card you need to make sure you have some number of in your deck when you're searching it or whatever. So, but yeah, there's gold cards. I guess that's
Let's
it.
check the title real quick.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's essentially the entire review, though. I mean,
That's the whole
Yeah.
set.
there's nothing really else to talk about after this point.
No. Is there any card that you're most excited about?
Mine is
Mine-
still the Hex Maniac, of course.
know.
X-Maniac? I mean, let's say a Pokemon then, because
Oh,
I mean,
a
trainers is
Pokemon?
always good, right?
well, mine is a Pokemon, but I don't.
I
know
think
if you-
mine might be a Mega Sceptile.
All right. You said Hoopa.
I definitely think Mecha Sceptile is the best. Hoopa's very good.
Or Venser, which was your favorite?
I'm excited to play Hoopa, and I'm excited to play Unknown,
All right.
and that's the most of it for me. There's other things that are probably going to be good. I'm sure Ariados will have a billion different things you can do with it, and I'm not talking
Yeah.
about on pure power. I just want to play Hoopa.
I mean, Machamp was my favorite one before, but I mean, now when I know that the evolutions actually can see play, that's probably the ones that I'm excited about because I
those
love
are super
EVs.
cool. You'll see me playing Vespiquen probably within 24 hours.
Probably. I bet you're gonna play a Vespa Queen.
The kind of my favorite card in Pokemon, among all of them, by the way, is Battle Compressor. So I'm always looking for an excuse to play Battle Compressors.
I mean, yeah.
All
Battle
right.
Compressor is just an insane card. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
if you
I
look,
love-
yeah, I just love how Pokemon has been balanced around
I have
broken
foils,
cards.
and I'm gonna play them until they rotate.
So for another year,
And when they rotate,
I mean,
I'm
they
gonna
they will
play
never
them.
be bad as long as Seeker is in the format. It's always going to be good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
play
of
them until they
course.
rotate, and when they do rotate, I'm gonna go play the format they're in now.
Oh,
It's
no,
like-
that
it's like
means we have
Snapchat
to endure
temperature.
lasers in Burbank.
I don't mind Lasers of Burbank.
All right, a second question
there you
then.
go
Do you
then.
believe there's any sleeper cards, like any cards that right now is not that hyped, but will see a lot of play and become good?
Well, people aren't
God.
actually talking about Hoopa that much, but that's good. What do I think? Let's see. A Kyurem could do a thing. It
Yeah.
might.
Could do.
There's a lot of mights. I think that Faded Town is completely insane, and people aren't talking about it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
It's
It
only
just
to
counters
Megas
Megas
though,
in
right?
general.
It's only just.
It's only to Megas, but
Yeah.
it just
It's only to Megas,
if
yeah.
But it
your
also
deck has a
removes
problem with
stadiums.
Megas, and there's a
But I
lot
mean,
of
the
decks
crazy
that
amount of
do-
times we see Megas played these days, holy
Right.
crap, that's pretty crazy.
Well, and if your deck
Mhm.
has a problem with Megas, and there's a lot of decks that do, like that just changes the matchup
Yeah.
so much. I
Yeah.
might play those in Unlimited, like they're really good.
Mhm.
Because my Lugia deck has a problem killing Mega Rayquaza, for example.
Yeah.
And if I play it, pass the turn, they get a trigger, and they pass back and I get a trigger, like all of a sudden it's in Lugia range. So I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Ugh.
Other than that,
Stretching
I don't think there's a ton. I think Metagross is relevant. There's a lot of tech cards in the set. This is like techcards.set.
Yeah, there it is.
Uh,
Yeah.
No.
Thinking
It's
about
tricky.
saying, I remember.
No, which Pokemon do you think is
Yeah, I
sleeper?
think that the
Slowbro?
fire cards, like the Entei and well, just Entei really, are a little underhyped, and just fire in
There's
general.
only like six fire cards in this set.
Yeah. No,
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying more in the format in general. Like
Yeah,
I
the
think,
more that
others-
we've talked about Entei, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna try that.
yeah,
Yeah. It's all
I
about
think
it.
that fire
100%.
cards are a little underappreciated right now because they have not been playable for quite a while.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think that we might see some fire going on pretty soon here. Because Entei is a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
As much as we joke, it does have a lot going on. So we'll
Mhm.
see. We will see. I do have to go.
Me too.
All
I
right.
have to
Yeah.
keep
So
looking
we
like
should probably end the
this.
stream here now. So
Anyway, yeah, this was fun. I'm glad we did this. Hopefully we'll do it next set.
yeah. Thank you guys for watching, though. By the way,
Thank
Hearing us all
you.
Everybody
babble
in the
about
chat,
cards.
thanks for watching. I know we didn't get to respond to every single comment, but we
Yeah. I hope you
Yeah.
appreciate
gave
it
it a
anyway.
shot.
I mean, I guess we didn't do the most serious look through on some cards that people are excited about. Instead, we talked a lot about Gyarados and
Yeah, lots of
Entei.
I think we talked about Gyarados and Entei more than like a significant portion of the other cards.
I
in the
mean,
set.
yeah. Maybe Tyranitar's a sleeper.
Yeah, we'll be doing the
Actually,
Gyarados
no one
versus
knows
Entei deck tech and versus series.
Oh,
later this
that
week.
seems fair. Yeah.
And then we'll realize that Entei's a real deck and Gyarados isn't.
But it's exciting. I mean, this set will be out in, what is it, 2 more hours? 3 more hours?
about two. Or, yeah, about
3
2
hours
more
in
hours,
theory.
maybe.
Yeah,
if
it's
I were
gonna
to
be
do
2 or 3
awesome.
more hours.
4.
So we have
But
until
we'll-
then, of course.
Yeah.
It'll be off. It'll be out by the time I'm off work, and that's what I'm excited about.
Sweet.
Gotcha. Yep,
All right.
yep.
Well, we'll see all you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be linking this and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be streaming later when it comes back
Oh, yeah.
up.
And I was
So you guys
just
can
gonna say
expect
to
that.
people on my stream, you already know, who these people are, right? Venser and Slowbro, you know who they are, because you
we're
probably watch
Slowbro.
all of us.
Who is that guy?
Slowbro's-
Slowbro?
Slowbro's doing his
Sounds
last stream
horrible.
today, and I'm the crazy heretic saying that he's doing his last stream today. So that's how you know us.
Oh man, my last
Yeah.
stream, yeah.
Yeah, his last stream.
All right, guys.
All right,
Oh
thank
my.
you for
I'll see
watching,
y'all later.
everyone. I'm
see y'all
gonna
later. Thanks for watching.
hang up with you in a second and talk to my chat. And yeah,
Don't worry. Nurgleprobe will get rid of us for you.
Yeah,
God
he
damn,
wants us out of
finally
here.
I can't close. Oh my god,
Alright.
it's been so annoying.
We'll-
All I want to do is talk with my chat, but you're here and ruining everything.
The chat's all like, "You're taking Nurgle away from us."
What's happening? That's actually something that I hate with stream. But we'll talk about that some other day. Yeah, thank everyone for watching, and thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
to Slowbro and Venser for talking.
Oh, absolutely. This is fun.
Yeah, talking.
Talking,
see y'all
yeah,
later.
power.
All right, later,
See you
guys.
around. Bye bye. Boom. What? All right, so now I have your attention, or you have my attention.